Heyo, welcome back everybody. So I've actually had a few people request for me to do some kind of like a new player guide or something like that to help them get their first win. And Raging Mon on Discord actually requested that and asked me, to do something along those lines because it would help a lot of people out. But I figured that's kind of boring. Everybody does that. There's a lot of those out there. You can find them on YouTube or you can find them just on Google and stuff. So I thought instead, I'm going to start a brand new game. And I'm going to do a walkthrough of me beating the game with a brand new file. And kind of as we go, I'm just going to touch on like tips and stuff. Like if we get a town map, I'll show you how the biomes work and how they connect. In fact, I'll go ahead and I'll show that real quick now. So on the wiki, which I will have a link to the Pokédex for PokeRogue and the wiki in the description. So on the wiki, they actually have how the biomes connect to each other. And so it can kind of give you a way to plan out your route and stuff. And there's also a little section on the wiki for like when gym leader battles are, like how they work every 30 waves after a certain point, where the rival battles are and everything. And so we'll kind of touch on that kind of stuff as we go through, as well as like how to take items, like what to take, what to prioritize, what starters to pick, and things like that. And so thank you for joining me on this journey that I'm going to partake, and it's probably going to be stressful because I haven't played with a new file in a while. So we have fresh IVs, new Pokemon, no egg moves. And with that, I want to go ahead and remind you to praise a like and sub. If you're enjoying my content and stuff, make sure you like and subscribe, join the Discord, link is in the description. That way you can keep up to date on all my new content and everything. And we will go ahead and get started. So I only have access to the very starting starters. And so what I'm looking for here is I'm going to go with something that I know can just hard carry. If I don't find any Mega Stones or anything else, something that I know is going to be reliable and pretty decent throughout the run. So I'm going to go ahead and take Fuecoco. Torch Song's going to be really good. I like, having a good fire starter. He's probably my favorite on here to start with. So we're going to go ahead and, as you can see, just base 10 IVs. So these are going to kind of influence your Pokemon stat growth. In general, big number better. So as you catch more of them and you hatch eggs, the IVs are going to go up if you hatch or catch something that has better IVs. And your goal is to basically get them to 31. They range from 1 to 31, but I think basically everything, like the starters start with 10. If you catch a new one, it might have something lower, as far as like a Rattata or something like that. But your goal is to basically get these higher. The other thing to notice is the nature at the bottom of their info screen, which the starters all just start with basic ones that have no stat changes. But these give a stat change, positive and negative. If you have, like, say, Adamant gives you a boost to physical attack and a decrease to special attack. So you want to kind of prioritize these based on what that Pokemon does. So something like Fuecoco would want to have Modest, which gives you special attack up and attack down. Or maybe, I can't remember what it's called, but the one that gives you speed up and physical attack down, because you're not going to really be using physical attack. So now that we've got that little tip out of the way, and I'll be sprinkling those throughout the video, so don't skip around too much. But we'll go ahead and we're going to pick up our Fuecoco here as our main carry, so I want to start off the game with him. And then I think for my grass starter and my water starter, I'm going to go with Bulbasaur and Squirtle. So Bulbasaur is pretty good whether we get a Mega Stone or not. He's going to be really helpful against Eternatus with Leech Seed, in case we can't find a good Ghost type or something to set up a really cheesy win with Curse, or something that can do Salt Cure, something like that. So we're going to go ahead and take Bulbasaur as our secondary. And I'm going to pick up Squirtle because he does get access to ice moves through TMs and such. And he does get Shell Smash. So if once we get to, I think it's like 32 or something like that, he gets Shell Smash. So he's going to be able to buff up and just carry us through entire biomes. And if we can get a good ice move on him, he will probably be able to wipe out Rayquaza for us, who's going to be an issue later in the run. So if we don't get a good counter, we can at least rely on Blastoise for that. And with that, we're going to go ahead and start our run. And I'm not going to do a full, like, just, 100%. I don't think you guys want to watch a 2-hour video. Maybe you do. I don't know. But it might be kind of skipping around and stuff. But I don't want to show you, like, an hour and a half of just me being, just wiping out random wild Pokemon. But either way, if I don't do anything extremely extravagant in the beginning, I will catch you in a few minutes in this run. And another quick tip, if you go into your menu and go to settings, and go over to display and go to the very bottom, you'll actually see this little thing that says type hints. And if you're having trouble remembering typings and you're having to look it up and stuff, this will actually turn your attacks different colors based on how effective they are. And it'll also show like a little like 2 times or 4 times multiplier next to the Pokemon's health, and you'll probably see that during this run. It can really help you out if you're still learning, or if you're like me, you're just lazy and don't feel like thinking. Alright, so we have a early Whismur here, which is kind of funny. I don't see Whismur very often in the beginning. I actually kind of like Loudred. He's not terrible, or I guess in this case she, so I'm gonna go and just chuck a Pokeball at it and grab this one. And we did get Jolly, so that's actually not bad. Speed up, special attack down. I can't remember if Loudred prefers physical or special attacks, but the bright side is we can reference our Pokedex here to find out. So we just type in Loud, and apparently we get a lot of different oh, because they get Cloud 9. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, so we've got Loudred here. So Loudred is actually neutral. He's both attack and special attack. Not really high stats. Oh, I guess Loudred is actually not though, so I'm looking for X-Cloud. Still not amazing, but you know, it's a pretty decent. It gets stab off normal attacks. I mean, that's fine. And some normal attacks tend to be a little bit stronger than others. And so obviously we're going to want to focus on physical attacks since our special attack's getting a drop. And so we can kind of come down here and sort this, which was already sorted anyways, but so we got all of our physical attacks here. So he does get all 3 of the elemental fang attacks, which can be nice. That's pretty decent coverage, as well as some dark moves and I guess pound and stomp. So not like the best normal moves. Most of its best stab moves are going to be special attacks, but we could probably supplement that with like return or something like that from TMs if we find anything. But chances are we'll probably end up replacing this guy, but he's just going to help us out in the early game. And our next goal is going to be to try and find hopefully like a Zigzagoon or a Meowth that might have pickup. It's not super vital during Classic. It's really more useful in Endless, but it does help, especially if you're kind of new to the game. So we're going to our first shop here, and you can reroll more in the first shops since they're cheaper, but I honestly like to save my money because my luck is usually, like right now my luck is a D. I'm not going to get much good, more than likely, and I like to save it to just heal up because in the beginning you're probably going to be taking a few hits. So right now we might just grab the extra Pokeballs just to give us access to catching more things. So like I might just chuck Pokeballs at like everything just to get a full team in the beginning. And this one actually had a hidden ability. That's super lucky. So Modest is not good. That's probably the worst nature we could have gotten for Fletchling. But it does have its hidden ability, Gale Wings, which I don't actually remember what it does. But we still get experience for catching this, so that's fine. And you can go with lures just to give you a better chance of catching something early or to get more experience faster. It's not necessary, but it can help. But I don't really think I'm going to need more Pokeballs right this moment. I'm going to take Dire Hit just to get the extra crits to maybe make this early game a little bit easier. So, again, we're just going to kind of catch whatever is here, if we can. It's not working with me here. I probably should have just weakened it to begin with, but you know what? If it dies from the Ember, whatever. I didn't really want it, so I took some extra hits that I didn't really need to. Alright, so here we did get a lucky Candy Jar starting off, and so I'm kind of mixed on it because Candy Jar is helpful if you want to take rare candies during your Classic run, but it's not super necessary. In Endless, it's going to be mandatory. In Classic, you don't really care because you're probably going to hit max level anyways. Like, you're going to hit max level before you get to Eternus. You're going to be leveling up pretty fast, and you don't want to go over max level. So you can use rare candies to get over 200 in Classic mode, but the problem is that's going to make Eternus, his Dynamax cannon, I think it is, will actually hit you for double damage if you're over. So if you're not fairy type, you don't want to level up over 200, you're just going to be hurting yourself, and the stat gains really aren't worth it that much anyways. I kind of want to take the money, but I will take the candy jar just because it's a nice find early, and we might take some rare candies along the way. Alright, so on our next shop, we actually got access to a free potion here, and we also got Fire Spin. I don't really care about that right this moment, but we do get a free potion. But I think what I'm going to do is, this potion is pretty cheap. I'm just going to heal up for 42. And I'm going to take this Citrus Berry, because later it's going to help me probably in this exact biome. I'm probably going to use it. But being able to get that little bit extra health, and during a time when in the game when you're not one-shotting everything, is probably going to be pretty helpful. And I only had to spend like 42 Poké-Dollars, I guess, in order to get the potion anyway. So it really wasn't that big of a deal. And so we're at our first trainer battle now. And again, you're going to run into trainer battles usually about once per biome. And these really are not an issue most of the time. It's kind of just a free money chance. Alright, so now the game's just taunting me, and it gave me another candy jar. So I guess that's what we're going with. It's kind of funny, because in my endless run, I'm spending millions trying to get more candy jars, and here the classic mode's just throwing. I've never seen this many this close in a row. I've kind of just been chucking Pokeballs at everything, but I'm not catching this Sunkern. I hate Sunkern. Nope, sorry. If you like him, it's too bad. Alright, so I guess in this shop we will grab the rare candy, since we do have the 2 candy jars, and it'll kind of just give us a little bit of boost early. Once we beat Ivy at stage 8, is the first Ivy battle, we'll get an experience all so we can start leveling up the other guys. But the hope is that maybe we won't need them for this. So here we've hit the max level, and you'll see, like, you can't see it right this moment, but my level turned red, which means I'm at the max current level, which you can surpass with candies. I know that Fuecoco would be the best choice for this. I kind of want to switch out to get more experience with somebody else, but I know that I'm going to go straight into the Ivy battle at 8, and I'm not going to be able to switch out. So I am going to keep Fuecoco out so that way I can have my big hitter already out and ready to go, and hopefully just take her team out without any issues. Alright, and so here I kind of skip the Lepa berries unless I have something that has really low moves and I'm using it constantly. And the X items actually might be helpful going into this Ivy battle. Normally I would take the money, but I think since everything else is under leveled, I actually want to take the X special attack just to boost up my Ember and my round attacks. So that maybe Fuecoco can put up a better battle against Ivy, and maybe I won't have to switch out too much and let everything else die. But if I do have to let something else take a hit, we're going to switch into probably like something I don't care about as much, like the Whismur or the Fletchling. That way our other Mons don't take excess damage and die from switches. But we did get super lucky since Fuecoco's our hard carry this run. We did get her starter being a grass type. It's going to suck once it evolves and gets ground typing, but we will deal with that when the problem comes. If we can get a good ice attack on Blastoise, it won't be too big of an issue if we can outspeed. So we're just going to go for Ember, and we should be able to, yeah, we just one-shot the little Turtwig there. And Pick-a-Peck should not be an issue. Yeah, so it outspeeds us, but we still get the one-shot, and Ivy's out of the way for the first time. And if we take a little look at our list, so until you get these waves memorized and everything, it's really good to just consult this and be like, okay, I beat her at 8. Our next issue with Ivy is going to be at 25. She's not really going to become a problem until closer to like the 95 and 145 areas. 145 is, in my opinion, the hardest battle because she does have the Mega Rayquaza and it's going to catch you off. And you may not be fully prepared. Usually by 195, she's obviously a lot stronger, but you should have a full team going. You've got your build kind of set up, and you should be better prepared to deal with her. As long as you've, taken the right precautions after the Elite Four battles that happen in between. And so our first Gym Leader boss battle is going to have a 50% chance to occur at wave 20. And if it doesn't occur at wave 20, I believe it's guaranteed to occur at wave 30. And then from that point on, it's going to be every 30 waves after your first gym battle. So I believe you can hit one at 20 and 30. And then in that case, your next one would be at 50, and then 80, then 110, 140, 170, going on like that. So if we don't get one until 30, then we don't have to deal with it until 30, and then 60, 90, 120. So I don't know how it's going to go. Usually it shouldn't be too big of an issue, and you can tell what type they're going to be based on the current biome that you're in. So we will talk more about that when the time comes and how to kind of make sure you're prepared and you have the right Pokemon out leading before the battle starts. And you don't get distracted like I tend to do. Alright, so for beating Ivy the first time, you're going to get your Super Experience Charm and Experience All. And we get some items here. I don't particularly care about these. Vatea Berry is a decent find, and I was really hoping to get something with Pickup by now, but we do have a chance. Usually within the next biome or two, I believe. I think I'll take the Pokeballs right now just because we still want to find some better things for our team, and so it's not a bad idea to take those. Alright, so going into the first boss battle, I didn't heal. I'm trying not to use any money in the early area as long as I can afford not to, so far I've only spent enough to get one potion to heal up Fuecoco. Because I'm mostly just focusing on him, everybody else is just a liability at this point. Until we start getting the experience share going on, and everyone else is leveling up, we're just focusing on one guy that can just kind of breeze through these early easy battles. I did catch a Pidove here, and I'm just checking, so Super Luck is partially implemented, is what the P means. And so usually that means that part of it works and part of it doesn't. I'm not really sure what partially implemented on Super Luck means because it usually just increases critical hit ratios. I'm not really sure how you can partially have that implemented. The wiki probably says, but I haven't checked. If it has an in on it, it means it's not implemented and it does nothing. Same thing for moves. If it has an in, you can just skip it and take something else. You're wasting a slot if you take anything with an in on it. I know, I'm kind of just throwing out random things here, but I'm kind of just naming them off as I go, and the way that they're being presented to me in the run. So if I see something, I'm going to mention it, so that way you get kind of a natural flow through the game. So with this Sentret here, and I'm probably just going to kill him, I don't really need this Sentret, but I do want to point out that you can catch bosses. Sorry, I don't know what my voice just did there. I guess I'm going through like a second puberty. But anyways, you can catch bosses once you get them down to, I think it's like 1 or 2 shields depending on how long their health is. I think in Classic they only get big enough that it just has to be 1 shield. But in order to get them through that full bar and into the next one, you have to do a lot higher amounts of damage. And that is on the wiki. I'm not going to look at it because it's not super important right now. But basically just know that most of the time you're only going to take off 1 bar at a time unless you're hitting for like 4 times effective, or you have a multi-lens or a multi-hit move that can hit multiple times and go through multiple shields at one time. But right now we shouldn't have any issues with this. We're just going to Ember him, and then he's outspeeding, but it's fine. We took him out in 2. And we got the little boost from our Blaze, so I don't think we needed it, but either way. So we're going to get another experience charm for that, and we're moving on to our second biome, which is always the same. You're always going to go from the town, a little start area down here. I know you can't see my mouse, but... And then it's going to move up following the arrow into the plains. And then from there, you're either going to go to Lake, Grassy Field, or Metropolis. And if you can manage to get a town map, you can kind of control where you go and what you're going to want to catch. And if you click on these on here, you can go and see exactly what's catchable there. But for right now, we're going to kind of just go with the flow. We don't really have much of a choice anyways. And I am going to skip this Poochyena. I'm not going to waste my Pokeballs on it. I really don't care about it. So we're just going to go ahead and take him out with a couple Embers or 1 Ember. We still got that special attack boost going, I guess. And you'll see I had a little candy icon pop up saying I got one. So as friendship goes up from using Pokemon, you'll actually get more candies towards them, as well as from hatching them and catching them. And you can use those to unlock passives and extra things and lower their costs and stuff. So here, I'm still not going to reroll this. I could, but I don't want to use that much money. It's kind of easily usable, but I might wait till towards the end of the plains to do it. Because for right now, this X special attack is going to help us just kind of sweep through easier. So as much as a god Bidoof is, I can only catch 1 of these, so I'm going to probably kill the Bidoof and try to catch this Meowth and hope that it has pickup. Pickup's going to be great. If it doesn't, it has Technician. Persian with Technician is still not terrible for this point in the game, but we'll see how it goes. So we're going to Ember the Bidoof, and we'll Vine Whip as well, because if it doesn't die, we can finish it off. And okay, so we got flinched with the fake out there. But either way, if it doesn't die, we can take it out, and then if it does die, we can do just a little bit of damage to the Meowth with Vine Whip, and it shouldn't kill it because we're only like level 6 with Bulbasaur, so. And now we should be able to just throw a Pokeball and catch him. Alright, so we got Pickup, and he's normal form because he's not, an alternate region. And we got Impish, which is defense up, special attack down. That's not terrible because Meowth doesn't care about special attack. So defense up isn't bad, and we do get a stab fake out, so since it's the same type, it'll do extra damage with it. And we do get Pickup, so that's great. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of, I guess, this Pidove. I do like Fletchling better, and the other 2 are, Whismer's okay. I don't particularly care about any of those, but, it is what it is. So here we could get the potion for Bulbasaur, but I don't think we really need it. Lumberries are very good, but... So normally I would recommend taking that, but since I have 2 candy jars, I will take the rare candies just to get Fuecoco a nice little 3-level boost to kind of help us just carry through this. And so we are going to take Bite, even though he doesn't really like physical attacks, but we don't care about stat debuffs that much, so we'll ditch Leer for Bite to give us some type coverage. And I'm not going to catch this Pidgey because, again, I don't care enough about it to replace what I have. I want to save my Pokeballs for whenever I get to something that I really want, just in case it causes problems for us. Alright, so I skipped the first part of this fight. I might leave it in, I might have to add audio in after, but I didn't think this was going to be an issue, but I guess I'll bring this up. So you might notice these are ground type enemies. The first one was a Sandile, and Fuecoco is weak to that, but I figured I can take them out in 1 shot, so I don't need to switch out. So just because they have an advantage over you, doesn't mean you have to be scared and switch out on them. I probably should have just went for Ember, and it probably would have killed, but I went for the Bite there for the super effective, and I did get the lucky flinch, but Ember probably would have been smarter just because my special attack is a lot higher right now. And we're going to pick up Incinerate here, which is really nice. So I think, so this actually burns berries that the opponents have, which is super useful in this game since you can stack so many berries. And it actually just got implemented recently. It didn't work for a while, so I'm going to ditch tackle for that because we want mostly special attacks, and normal physical attacks are the worst thing that we could really have on Fuecoco right now. So we're going to go for the stronger Incinerate, and we probably could have just killed it with an Ember, but, you know, it might have been a top percentage Rattata, you don't know. And then we take the Ditto out, and no problem, we have now hit max level on Fuecoco. And Bulbasaur is getting Leech Seed. We're going to keep this for the entire run. If we do lose it for whatever reason, we decide to get rid of it or something, we are going to Memory Mushroom that back before we get to Eternatus, because Leech Seed is going to be amazing. It takes off like a full health bar every time it triggers, and it keeps you healing up and stuff. He can basically just tank him with this, because usually a single Flamethrower will not take out Venusaur, even if he's not Mega Evolved. If he is Mega Evolved, we basically win the game. So we're going to ditch Growl for that, because we do like growth. We like the stat boost we get. And our Fuecoco is going to evolve right here, which is going to be even better. So we're going to be able to sweep through a lot easier now, being max level and having an evolution. I may switch out, I think, and let Bulbasaur or Squirtle start getting some experience. But first, I will definitely grab this, I will grab a little potion heal just for a few Pokédollars, because we have some money to spare now. And we're going to take this big nugget to start stacking our money moving forward. Alright, so coming into this shop, we might be tempted to go ahead and re-roll, because we have a lot of money for the time. And the re-rolls aren't super expensive, but I am going to take these Great Balls just because I need something better than a basic Pokeball moving forward. And this will be a lot better. Ideally would have liked something else, but, you know, we take what we can get. Alright, so just for people that aren't like old school players and might underutilize attacks that don't just do damage, I'm showing you here why Leech Seed is so amazing. So I've already got this Lechonk seeded by Bulbasaur. And so we're just going to Vine Whip and let our Leech Seed do little chip damage and continue to heal us up against him. And so you can see, like, if we didn't Leech Seed on that first one, we probably would have lost. But we were able to keep our health going up and still survive, which didn't do much, but we were able to get a level out of it by letting Bulbasaur be the one to get the kill, instead of just using Fuecoco, who's max level. So we do get a Leaf Storm TM here, which is super lucky. So it does have the side effect of lowering your special attack, which can be terrible, but we're going to go ahead and take it just because it's amazing damage this early in the game, and we can use it as a last resort. Or maybe if we've gotten some buffs off or something, but may not keep it the whole run, but definitely worth taking for now and just ditching Tackle over. Alright, so we did find a little Ziggy boy here, and he's my favorite pickup Pokemon to find in the beginning. So I'm going to try to catch him real quick. I'm just going to do a little bite because it'll probably do less damage. Yeah. And so we're going to go and just chuck a Pokeball at him. Should be able to get him pretty easy. And he does have pickup. Not the best nature in the world, but he has a perfect special attack and almost perfect speed IV. So he's really good-ish. But either way, that'll give us a second pickup Pokemon, which, again, we don't really need. But we don't particularly care about these other ones either. So I'm going to ditch Whismur for him. And then later I'll probably end up ditching the Meowth, and I'll keep the Zigzagoon, because I really like him. And so now at wave 18 at the shop, I am going to do a reroll here, because we're getting close to the end where the money's going to start getting a little bit more expensive. So we're just going to do one reroll, because we don't care about these. And we didn't get anything super amazing, but since we do have the candy jars, we'll probably take the rare candy and put Crocolore up even higher, which will get him to about 19. So we'll take the little cheap potions because we are getting close to a possible gym leader battle at 20. And so we want to make sure that at least our big hitters are going to be healed up. So we're going to drop a potion on Bulbasaur. And I'm going to hold off for now because I might get a free potion in the next shop and I won't have to spend any money. So we'll take the rare candies and throw them on Crocolore, which should put him high enough to pretty much be able to just solo the gym leader anyways. But we don't know for sure, so we'll find out. Alright, so we did get the option here for a free potion. But I think what we're going to do instead is we can take this nugget here for 370. So we're just going to buy a couple of potions and heal up Crocolore and Squirtle. We don't care about the rest of the party. We should be fine moving forward into the gym leader battle. And we'll just take the nugget and we're still net positive on money. So we didn't get a gym leader. We got Farfetch'd, who I'm actually debating on catching. But this version cannot evolve, so I don't care. So I'm just going to kill it. So we're just going to go with Incinerate here and another one and just take it out. So now we're moving on to our third biome. Alright, so we ended up going into the lake area, and so Crocolore is going to be really weak here. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch out, and we're going to let Bulbasaur start putting in some work and get a little leveled up here. Because we should be able to just, you know what, actually we could just drop a growth here and get a little stat boost. Actually, yeah, we'll go ahead and growth so that we get an attack and special attack boost. And again, the problem with Bulbasaur is he is a special attacker, but most of his grass moves are physical. You can see his physical attack's a little bit lower than his special. He does have the Leaf Storm, but we can just kind of use it as a burst if we need it, but we should be able to take everything out for a little while with Vine Whip with that one growth boost. So, oh, you know what? No, he's pretty weak. And he is slow, so he's going to get outsped here, but that's fine. We'll be okay, and luckily it missed, but we can still get the kill right there. And now we're going to get Razor Leaf, which is just a small upgrade over Vine Whip. It does have a chance to miss, which can be bad, but it's going to be better damage and a higher chance to crit, so we'll take it. It'll be fine. It also doesn't help that it's foggy here, so there's also that. Alright, so here I think I am going to catch this Choodle. It's not the best Pokemon in the world, but it is pretty decent. And I think we're going to get rid of Fletchling, even though I do really like it overall, and it'll give me a little bit better coverage with flying and stuff. It is a terrible nature, so I'm not really feeling it. So we're going to try to take out this Surskit and hopefully be able to not kill the Choodle so that we can catch him, because Razor Leaf does hit everything. And unfortunately we kill him, so no Choodle for us. But, you know, things happen. We're not going to catch Surskit though, because I don't really care about that. What we are going to do here though is we know that Squirtle can kill the Surskit, so we're going to go ahead and get off another free growth, because Squirtle will kill the Surskit here, and then our Bulbasaur will just use growth at the end of the battle, which will give us an extra stat boost going into the next one, unless it's a trainer battle, in which case we will lose it. Alright, so here we have an Iron for defense boost, and I think I kind of want to give it to Crocalor just so he can carry better, but I think I'm actually going to drop it on Bulbasaur, so that way he can be a little bit beefier, and probably will help us with his wanting to tank things style moving forward. Alright, so unfortunately our Bulbasaur did get knocked out like immediately into this fight, and so we're just going to throw out Crocalor and try to just sweep through the team with this, which it shouldn't be much of a problem unless I miss from the fog, which seems to only be affecting me. The enemies have not missed at all, but here we are. Alright, so we are in kind of a tough spot here because Crocalor did take some damage because of all of the misses he's gotten, and we're up to, I think, the last Pokemon, and I'm pretty sure it's going to kill me here, and I don't think I can one-shot it. So we're going to have to switch out, but what I'm going to do is switch into a Pokemon that I don't care about, so that I can get basically a free switch, which luckily he did miss. The fog did come in clutch there. So maybe Fletchling can take out this Pincham since it has type advantage on it, but no, it's just going to lose. But anyways, again, we don't really care about that. We're probably going to replace it soon. So we're going to switch into our Squirtle, and hopefully we could take it out. Honestly, Crocalor might be better off, but it should be fine either way. And we'll go for our little water gun here, and of course we miss. So, you know, fog is so great. Such a good game mechanic. The Squirtle gets knocked out too. So I don't want to use Crocalor, just, well, you know what? Actually, he could probably get the kill here, and he should outspeed. So we'll just go for the Incinerate. Yeah, so as long as we didn't miss, we'd be fine. So he does have one more, but again, we should outspeed this, and I think we can one-shot with Incinerate. Yeah, so the Swinub's no problem. We got a little bit lucky there, but, you know, sometimes luck is really important. I say this game is probably about 30% luck, 70% skill. And we did get a lucky max revive here after this battle. So I think we're going to take, instead of a super potion, we're just going to buy 2 potions because they're cheaper. If you just buy 2, you get a little bit less health, but it'll heal us up to basically full health anyways. And then we're going to take the max revive for Bulbasaur since he's going to be really useful in this biome. Alright, so here we have a Magikarp, which is great because Gyarados is just amazing. This is probably one of the best things we could have ran into here. I will definitely one-shot it if I use anything. So I'm going to Leech Seed to just keep my health up while I'm trying to catch him and to slowly make him easier to catch. I don't think I'll need the Great Balls. We'll just throw a couple Pokeballs at him. We got him on the first one. So unfortunately, he is a Calm nature, which means we will immediately switch him out with something different if we get the opportunity, or try to get him in to change his nature. But in the meantime, he's still going to be better than what we have, especially a dead Fletchling. So we're going to release that and take our new shiny Magikarp. And now that we're at the shop and we have a transfer option, that means that your Pokemon have items held. Now we can go in and start checking our Pokemon that have pickup and see if they have anything. So we got Sharpbeak on Meowth, which we don't need right now, but I am going to take it off just because we might get rid of Meowth and I don't want to lose that Sharpbeak. So it's good to check these maybe every maybe every level if you really want to, but at least every 5 levels or something like that, or maybe every biome check him. And unless I know it's kind of a good practice to check them like every 50 levels or so, because it's going to take a while, you know. But yeah, basically just make sure you're actually pulling your items off of them or they're doing nothing. And we are going to take the Lumberry here, because Lumberries are amazing. And we'll give it the Bulbasaur for right now. Actually, now I'm going to go and throw it on Crocalor, so I'll have it for later when I need him to fight somebody. Because we're going to have a gym leader battle at the end of this. And right now we have an Ivy battle, which shouldn't be a problem though. So unfortunately, like I said earlier, I get distracted and lose track, is I should have switched out to Crocalor before this fight, and I did not. And we can't Leech Seed a Grotle because he's a grass type. So what I'm going to do is take a risky switch here into Crocalor, because I know he's probably going to go for a grass move, or he's just going to switch out. So either way it works for us, or she's going to switch out. Everyone is a guy in my book. I'm just kidding. So unfortunately, it is stealing our berries with Pluck, which is really annoying. I don't like that. So we have lost our Lumberry and whatever the other berry we had on was. And it almost killed us, which is also really annoying. But we are going to pick up Poison Powder on Bulbasaur. I think actually I might skip that. It just does normal poison, not toxic. So it's not going to be super duper helpful. Yeah, I'm just going to keep what I have for right now. Now, Sleep Powder I will pick up, and I'm going to ditch Growth, which I know sounds bad because it's a buff and they carry, but Bulbasaur is really slow, and I don't want to take multiple hits, because if I use Growth on the first turn, I'm probably going to get hit twice before I get to attack, and I don't like that. So I'm going to ditch that for Sleep Powder, because putting enemies to sleep is very helpful, if you can actually land it. So unfortunately, she has now picked up a Stunfisk, which is not good for me. But I can switch into Bulbasaur probably pretty safely. And luckily she missed from the fog. So we're going to go basically just straight into Razor Leaf, which will probably, she's probably going to switch out on the Grotle. Oh, she didn't, but I missed. So we're going to Razor Leaf again, and I get taken out by the Mud Shot there. Because I made terrible decisions. But that's fine. So we're going to use Meowth here, and just come in and do a quick fake out on the first turn. And of course we get paralyzed because, again, luck is not on our side right now. So our best bet is probably Payday. We get a little bit of damage, get a little bit of money. And we're just going to let Meowth take the fall here, so we can get a free switch out. And I don't know exactly who I want to go into. I'm afraid Crocalor, I think he should outspeed, but I don't know if he can get the kill in one hit. So I think we'll just go into Zigzagoon here. And we're just going to go for a headbutt. Get a little bit of damage off, and of course I do outspeed, but he manages to get a hit in. Go for another, hoping we could get the flinch, but we don't, and instead we get paralyzed and get killed. But Crocalor should be able to finish him off now, and just come in with an Incinerate, and we're good. And so lastly, she should have Grotle, which again we can just Incinerate and be fine. So our team's kind of struggling, but it's fine because we're going to get healed soon. So you can try to just, you kind of just have to roll with the blows in the beginning. It's kind of rough in the early game until you get a good build going. And we are going to take Snarl over Bite here, just because we are a special attacker. So even though it does less base damage, our special attack is going to be a lot higher, especially once we get Torch Song. So it's just going to be better overall. And in this shop, we still have 5 more battles, and the last one's going to be a gym leader battle. So we're going to do a little bit of healing on Crocalor. I don't want to spend a lot of money on a revive right now, but we'll just heal up twice. And you know what, actually we will revive, because now I think about it, I'm in a water biome, and it's probably not a good idea to keep Crocalor out for too long. So we'll do 1 revive on Bulbasaur, and then I guess we'll drop another potion on him. I'm being a little bit nonchalant with my money, I guess. And we're just going to take the X defense to give us a little bit of an easier time moving forward. And switch right back out into Bulbasaur. Alright, so we got a little lucky here. We didn't need anything in the shop, so I did a quick reroll for 750. And we did manage to get a protein. So we'll actually throw that onto Bulbasaur, since... Actually, I kind of want to put it on Magikarp, hoping that maybe we can change its nature. Yeah, I think we'll put it on Magikarp actually, and we'll plan ahead. Even if we can't change its nature, we'll just roll with it and use it for what it's worth, because once he gets Dragon Dance, he should be fine anyways. And for this Meryl, I'm actually going to catch this and hope that it has huge power. If it doesn't, I might not keep it. I'll decide once I get it. Alright, so we do get a neutral nature with a 28 attack IV and huge power, so its attack stat is going to be doubled. So we're going to keep this. And it's a water fairy, which is pretty good. And I think we're actually going to ditch Meowth here for this. And it gives us a second physical attacker besides Magikarp, because we don't really count Zigzagoon. He's just there in case we need him. Alright, so we ended up having a second trainer battle right before 30. So I'm hoping I don't have a gym leader at 30. That's going to be terrible, but... So, he does have a bug type, which is an issue, but we do get the Sleep Powder off. I was hoping to get in a free switch, but I think I might go ahead and try to get it seeded. So now I can get a free switch, hopefully, if it stays asleep, and I have a Leech Seed out. So we're going to go into our, Crocolore would just help us sweep right through here. And so I think we'll just do that. And we're just going to Ember it, because that should be good enough. But of course he goes into a Bagon, which can be an issue, but our Ember still did really good damage. So I think we'll just do that again. And yeah, so we get the free kill on the Bagon, so that was nice. So this thing is scary because it has the rock type, but I think we should be, ooh, we're almost out of Incinerates. We'll need to make sure we drop an Ether on that in case we have a tough battle up ahead. But yeah, our Embers are still doing okay damage. And so we have a Tyrogue here. We'll just keep doing Ember. And yeah, they're not really doing anything. We got the Lucky Burn there, but it doesn't really matter, I guess. Because none of these Pokemon are really hurting us right now. Alright, Staravia's pretty decent, but you know, still take it out. And so yeah, this is going to be an easy... Oh, it woke up. Okay, but too late. So Ivysaur is going to get Seed Bomb, which is great because it's a lot stronger than Razor Leaf and has 100% accuracy. But again, it's still a physical move, so not the best, but that's really all Bulbasaur gets through level up, so hopefully we'll find better TMs. But our main goal is just Leech Seed and Sleep, and then we can just throw out some Leaf Storm stuff. So here, we don't want to go too overboard on healing because we are going to get a free heal after this next battle. So I think what we'll do is, part of me doesn't want to spend the money to revive Squirtle, even though I do want him to get leveled up. And so it's probably bad that he's been dead for this long, but we can get him caught up later. I don't want to drop 980 just to level him, just to, you know, get him up when it's not going to matter. And he's going to get revived for free soon anyways. Money is more important long term. The levels can be fixed. So I don't think we necessarily need this potion, but I think I'll take it just in case on Ivysaur. And I will get the Ether for Incinerate to be on the safe side. And we'll take this free Super Potion for Crocolore. Alright, so we got possibly the worst one we could have gotten. Just because I personally hate Crasher Wake. This guy always gives me issues. But we knew it was going to be a water type, so I probably shouldn't have had Crocolore out last, but with the trainer battle, I couldn't do a whole lot to help with that. So I'm going to try to switch into Ivysaur, hoping I can just kind of tank the hit. Yeah, so it didn't really do a whole lot to us. It lowered our attack, but we don't particularly care. We're going to try to get this free Leech Seed off on Gyarados, and it does go through. But we do have to worry, does he have a flying move? And the answer is probably. But we're going to go for Sleep Powder. He does not. He went for Bite. He didn't try to do a flying move, so he probably doesn't have one at this level, which I'd imagine not, unless he got a TM, I guess. But we're going to keep trying to put him to sleep because our damage isn't going to be that great anyways, but we're just going to stall out with Leech Seed and Sleep Powder and just throw Seed Bombs. And so in a matchup, we probably shouldn't have done that well. We were able to take this Gyarados out and stay at full health, just by being a little bit smarter than Wake is. I guess he shouldn't have waked and baked. Okay. Probably not. Anyways. So our Marill Evolves might be useful in this fight, if it comes to it, but for right now, we're just going to keep Leech Seeding and Sleep Powdering, and we're just going to sit on it. And, I mean, we probably could just Seed Bombed and kill it anyways, but it's kind of just more fun this way. We get the free Seed Bomb off right there, we're just going to go for another one. See, Ivysaur in a good matchup is just king. This fight was no problem. I didn't even need to heal or anything. I would have been fine anyways. But we didn't know that, so we want to be on the safe side. So we do get a nice little voucher for our first Wake win. And so I'll take a moment just to talk about your vouchers here. So when you go to the egg gacha, you have 3 different ones. You have increased shiny odds, increased chance for this specific legendary. So it doesn't increase your chances to get legendary eggs from what I've noticed and from what I can find anywhere. It just means that if you get a legendary egg from this pool, it has a 50% chance of being the legendary that's on there. And I'm pointing at it with my hand like you can see that. And then the other one has an increased chance for egg moves, which is really good. But I mean, honestly, I have found plenty of those without having to do that. What I would say is focus on the legendary one if it's something you want, or if you don't have a legendary yet. So like this is Zamazenta, that's a pretty good one. It's not the best. I wish it would have been yesterday and it could have been Mewtwo for this account, but it is Zamazenta. So we could go for that, and then once you feel comfortable with that, you can start hitting the shiny ones to try to get more shinies. If you see a good legendary, go for that one. The egg move ones is good. I mean, egg moves are amazing in this game, but I don't feel like it's necessary just because you're going to be hatching so many Pokemon over and over again. You're going to get the egg moves eventually anyways, probably. So I would go for stronger Pokemon first or shinies for luck. So for this one, we're just going to drop this on the Zamazenta and see if maybe we get nothing amazing, but it's something. And so those eggs will hatch after a certain number of battles, and then we will have more Pokemon for our next run, which hopefully we won't need because I will just be able to clear this on this first try. And our Magikarp is finally evolving here, so we are going to actually have a good Pokemon instead of a Magikarp. So Gyarados won't be amazing until a little bit later, especially since his attack is being lowered, but not bad. And we do get, again, another rare candy, which again, I wouldn't normally take, but we have the candy jars. And we do need to get Squirtle caught up to everybody else. We don't really care about the Zigzagoon right now. But before we take that, I want to check the Zigzagoon to see if he found anything. Nope, because he's been dead the whole time. So we'll throw these on Squirtle. That should evolve him. No, that's right. He evolves at 18, I think. But we will take this Water Pulse over Water Gun. There's not really any reason to have both. Okay, so he does evolve. Okay, so I believe it was 16 that he evolves at. Either 15 or 16. So we got Wartortle, and we're just going to keep out with Ivysaur, just kind of grinding up on these water types. So I will give Zigzagoon Baby Doll Eyes. Debuffs I don't really care about, but it is better than Growl. It's basically the exact same thing, except it has priority. So it gets to go first. So if we need to use it, it's going to be better than Growl just completely. Alright, and here we don't need anything here. I feel like I'm in a very good place. Ivysaur's really strong right now. We're in a water zone. So I'm not going to take the potion. Pokeballs I should be fine on. I've got like 4 or 5 Great Balls still. Don't care about the lure right now. I think we're going to spend the 1,000 and do a reroll and hope we get lucky. And we don't necessarily, but we do get a memory mushroom. So you can kind of check to see if there's anything you want from anybody. I don't think that's going to be a thing because they already had what they have. We could get Lick or Yawn on Crocolore, which could be good. But I'm thinking the best bet is going to be to give Gyarados a better move. And I think our best here is going to be Ice Fang. It's physical. It'll give us a good attack later for Rayquaza if we don't get anything else. It gives us a pretty good answer for grass types if Crocolore is unavailable. And it's just a good answer. You know, dragons and flying types are everywhere and they're really annoying in this game. So ice is always good. So here is a random just example. I might be tempted to take Stone Edge, even though it has 80% accuracy. It's really strong this early in the game. The only Pokemon I have that can learn it is Gyarados, and it is a good option, but I'm going to replace it soon when he levels up anyways. So I'm just going to take the rare candy over it for now, because the levels are going to be more important than an attack that'll probably miss. And we are going to pick up Protect on Wartortle, I think, because we don't really care about Withdrawal, and Protect is always good for scouting. You can see what move they're going to use and then switch out accordingly, or you can stall out for Leech Seed. Alright, so now we're getting Waterfall on Gyarados, which is just amazing. Chance to flinch, 80 damage, 100% accuracy. We don't need Splash. It would be kind of funny to keep it the whole run, but we don't want that. And we are not going to take Takedown on Ivysaur because that would just be dumb. Alright, so we're about halfway through. I don't need to spend money to heal, but I think I'm going to, just because I want to keep using Ivysaur for right now. So I am going to heal him back up, just a little potion, just get him a little bit more health. And we're going to take this Reviver Seed. And I guess for right now, we're going to throw it on Crocolore because he's probably the one that's going to be least likely to die. And I want to save this Reviver Seed for later in case I need it. I don't want to throw it on the Ivysaur that I'm planning on using right now and waste it against something random. Alright, we got a nice set of Rogue Balls here. That's going to be really good to just chuck at some Pokemon that we're going to want, hopefully soon. And I think since we're in the swamp, I'm going to take a look and see where we're probably going to go to next. So swamp is right here. You'll see it kind of highlighted right there. And so chances are we're either going to go back to the tall grass or we're going to go to the graveyard. Graveyard will be amazing because we do want to get to a place where we can get a good ghost type to make Eternatus no problem. And ghost types, for the most part, is good. Like Dusknoir is really good, Gengar is really good. Either one of those would really help us carry pretty easy. So I'm hoping we'll hit this graveyard and not the tall grass. Maybe we can get a town map in the next couple levels, but I doubt it. And you'll probably notice, I don't know if I'm going to leave all the footage in. I may speed up the footage in between where I'm talking about things. So if I do leave it in, you'll probably notice that I'm not re-rolling a whole lot early. That's because I don't have a lot of money or easy ways to make money, and I may need to heal up a lot. And most of the time, I like to wait until you start to get more gold Pokeballs, which gives you more item options, so that your rerolls get you more rerolls, if that makes sense, because you have more items popping up. If I don't keep all that stuff in, sped up, then I will probably cut this part out and you'll never hear it. And side note, whenever you hatch Pokemon, if you see little blue things, like ability and nature are both blue on here, and the female sign up there has a little blue plus sign, blue means that it's new. So like you got a new nature or a new ability or something. This is just a brand new Pokemon in general. So, and a 31 special attack, that's pretty good. I mean, and Moonblast right off the bat, so unfortunately we got Tall Grass, which we don't like. But it does give us a chance here against this Ninetales to level up Wartortle a little bit. I kind of want to just go with Gyarados. Actually, yeah, I think we'll just throw the Gyarados out and just take the easy kill right here. Man, that is not doing much damage at all. And we're confused, but, you know, we really need to get this Gyarados' nature changed if we can. But he's just out here doing his best, okay? And we are going to take Roar instead of Round. We don't really need a normal attack. And Roar can be very situational if we need to get rid of a problem Pokemon that we can't deal with or just don't want to deal with. We can just roar it away. We don't get the experience, and I don't think we get to choose items afterwards. It's kind of the same as running away, but it kind of helps, and it could be nice to just mess your opponent up switching their Pokemon out. Probably won't use it often, but it's there in case we need it, and we're probably never going to use Round. So I think at this point we will grab a Lure, just with the hope maybe we can find something good to catch. And even if we don't, we'll get more experience this way if we can get more double battles. Which this is actually a really tricky one, because I really like Ninjask, but I feel like he's not that great unless you're baton passing speed boost. But Bayleaf is tempting, but I already have Ivysaur. I don't know if I want another grass Pokemon, and I don't think I have anything I want to ditch for it. So I think we are not going to catch either of these, and we're just going to, yeah, I probably should have switched out Gyarados now that I'm thinking about it. But I think we're going to switch out the Ivysaur and bring Crocalor out, and we're just going to take both of these out. And just a quick side note, if you're upset that I'm not catching more Pokemon to get my Pokedex up and everything else, we're trying to get a win here. Alright, so if you're just trying to win, you want to get your first win in, stick to catching what is priority on the run where you're trying to get that win. Because you don't want to take extra damage and extra time and everything else trying to catch things that you're not going to use. So, like this Vulpix, I do like Vulpix. I'd like to catch it and add it to the Pokedex and everything else and have it for other runs, but I'm just trying to win. I'm not here to impress. I'm not here to expand this file that I'm probably never going to use again. So, since I want to prioritize winning, I'm going to only do things that help me be better. So, taking extra damage when I don't need to and having to spend money to heal and stuff is not exactly what I want to do. So here, I don't really need Rain Dance, but I don't think Gyarados is going to be outspeeding anything anytime soon. I mean, he might actually, so Bite for the Flinch, but I think I'll ditch Flinch for Rain Dance just in case. It'll help power up Wartortle as well. But I'll have to be careful with it because it will depower Crocalor. I can never remember his name. But I think we'll take the experience all here just to help boost and level everybody up a little bit faster. And you'll see here, I don't know a whole lot about low kicks. I know that he's pretty decent, but I'm looking him up real quick to see if he's worth catching. So I do have 3 water types in my team, which is not ideal. I have a severe weakness to electric right now with no real way to counter it. So it wouldn't be a bad idea to switch out for something else. And low kicks seems pretty decent, but I don't know if I want to catch him right this moment. I mean, his attack, he's faster than Azumarill. His attack is higher even when you factor in the, huge power. And he would give me Bug and Dark, which will give me a good counter to Psychic, but I already have Gyarados kind of countering that. Bug would help counter other Dark types. And I've never really used him, so you know what? I think I will take him over Azumarill if I can catch him right here, which I don't think will be a problem. I could probably just chuck a Rogue Ball, and it'll just be a catch, because he's pretty low level. Yeah. So we didn't get his hidden ability, which kind of sucks, but he does have Bug Bite to steal berries, which is really good. And Double Kick isn't bad. So I think this is pretty good. Special defense drop is kind of bad, but his defense is already pretty bad to begin with. You have a perfect max HP, which is good, and perfect special attack, which doesn't matter. His attack stat's terrible. But it is what it is. I'm kind of just thinking out loud to kind of help you get an idea of what my thought process is when I'm looking at things. So I don't think he has any items. Yeah, we can just ditch this Azumarill and don't have to worry about it. And we do get Venusaur here, which is going to be really good. I'm really surprised he evolved first, but I guess it makes sense with all the water areas we've been getting to. And so Petal Blizzard, I believe, is physical, and it is better than Seed Bomb. The downside is it is going to hit my ally as well, I believe. So it could be tricky during double battles. So I don't think I'm going to take it. I don't want to hit my own party. Hitting both opponents is nice, but especially with my team being pretty frail. So I'm going to skip on it. If I change my mind later, I can always get a memory mushroom and, re-change my mind, I guess. And for now, I guess we'll actually grab these Ultra Balls just so we have some more to catch more options, because we still have 3/4 of the run ahead of us. So we get a nice Calcium here for a special attack boost, and we're going to throw that on Crocalor to hopefully start making him a little bit better. His special attack isn't amazing yet. I mean, Gyarados has an attack down and still has 81 attack, which is just really impressive. But Crocalor has one more evolution to go, so. And just a small tip, we are going to skip Aqua Tail. It's stronger than Waterfall, but we don't get the possible flinch, and it has 90% accuracy. So it's just, to me, it's not a good enough trade-off. Alright, so I just came over here to make a little mental note that we do have an IV battle at 55. So at 54, we'll want to make sure that we have Crocalor out. So that way we can go ahead and probably force a switch out of her starter Pokemon, which she might stay in since I believe he'll have the ground type by then. But we might be able to get the kill before it'll even matter because he's pretty slow. So after 50, we get our first golden Pokeball. So now we're going to get more item options at the end of each level. And sometimes you get an unlucky crit. It happens. Alright, so we get Crocalor evolving. And I believe we'll get Torch Song here, which means we are going to be able to start setting up and sweeping, hopefully. He's still not super duper fast, but he's going to hit really hard now. And so we're going to keep Incinerate just in case we decide we want to ditch berries. Actually, yeah, we'll keep Incinerate for the berry destruction, just in case we decide to use it. I think we might actually get rid of Roar. Just because, well, you know what? I might run into a problem and need to use it. But we are planning on sweeping. You know what? I'm going to ditch Roar and I'm going to be real wild with it. That way we still have Flamethrower to fall back on since we only have 10 uses and we might not be able to get PP maxes or anything like that. But Torch Song is going to probably carry us the rest of the run. And of course, Dragon Dance on Gyarados is going to be amazing. We'll actually go ahead and just ditch Rain Dance for that. We don't need to have too many dances, you know? Rain Dance giving us the speed and the attack boost is really good. And we will definitely take this rarer candy. Since we have the 2 candy jars, everyone's going to get 3 levels. That's pretty good. I think we'll actually get a couple evolutions out of this. I'd say a couple. I think there's only only Wartortle needs to evolve still. And actually, he's dead. I don't know if he can evolve if he's fainted. I know he can level up, though, with the candies. So we'll see what happens with that. And now we get Shadow Ball, which raises a new question. What do we ditch for that? So Dark is going to hit Psychics really hard, but that's really all it's going to do with our Snarl here. It does lower special attack, which is kind of nice, which could go well if we end up getting a multi-lens for him, but we can't really rely on that. Incinerate getting rid of berries is still really good though. So I think we'll actually ditch the Flamethrower because we're going to be getting special attack boosts anyways. We'll be fine. We can switch between Torch Song and Shadow Ball if we need to. And so I think his setup is basically done unless we get some good TMs. So I'm pretty confident I can survive one hit. So we'll go for the Dragon Dance here. And of course we get the free switch, which is nice. And for some reason, he went into a rock, I guess because, you know, we have the rock weakness, but we're going to outspeed and probably one-shot now. Yeah, so Gyarados is probably just going to sweep his team now. Him giving us that free Dragon Dance was a terrible decision. I think we're just going to skip Hydro Pump. He learns Hydro Pump, I guess, because of the older games, but there's not really much reason to give it to him. So yeah, we should be able to just Waterfall everything now. And then even if it doesn't die, there is like that 30% chance of it flinching. But I'm pretty sure everything's just going to die. Gyarados is a beast, even when his attack is being nerfed, he still hits like a truck. Hyper Voice we're going to skip. It's good damage, but we don't get stab off of it, and it doesn't have any added effects. Yeah, so Gyarados is probably just going to carry us through most of this game. I do want that free max revive there for Wartortle. That would be really nice. But I also really value this special defense boost. Someone in the comments is going to yell at me for doing this. This is personal preference. You could very easily just buy a normal revive for Wartortle or just say forget him and just leave him dead and rotting in the Pokeball. And then you could just hate the Zinc. But I'm going to take the max revive. I feel like I'm in a very good place right now and I'll get more stat boost later. I should be okay regardless. And I want Wartortle to hurry up and evolve so I can get Shell Smash. Also, you'll notice, if I didn't mention it before, my stats are carrying over. It's about to go away because at 55 we're going to battle Ivy. And we're going to get into a trainer battle, so the stat changes will reset. But I have been able to carry that boost of Dragon Dance for a little bit, which has been really helpful. So Sucker Punch, I don't know if we need that. It seems like Low Kicks is fairly fast. I mean, 92, he's not amazingly fast or anything, but I mean, it's about the same speed as like a Crocodile or something. Doesn't really mean too much, I guess. But Sucker Punch, giving us priority if they're attacking, is kind of nice. I don't think we'll need Double Kick. So I think we'll ditch that just in case we need a good priority hit to take out something. So I'm going to spend just a little bit of money to get a potion to make sure that Skeletor is fully healed up so that our team is pretty much fully healed going into this Ivy fight. because I don't know how it's going to go and I want to be safe. And spending 168 gold, or Poke Dollars I guess, to make sure you're safe is always a good idea. So here we're probably going to get the switch. She doesn't really have anything to counter me here. Her grass attacks are going to be neutral. She will probably switch out to something else. So we will hopefully be able to take advantage of that to get a free Dragon Dance. And if not, we're bulky enough, we're going to survive anyways. So yeah, we get the free switch, Dragon Dance. We should outspeed the Dreepy now, and Ice Fang is going to do double damage. So we should be able to just sweep the rest of her team now. So Wartortle's getting Shell Smash here. So I think it's a good time. We could probably... I guess I'll actually ditch the Protect for now. I want to keep Aqua Tail just in case I need to hit harder, and I might get Wide Lens to throw on him anyways. So Shell Smash is going to let us basically just sweep things with him too. So we have a lot of options going on right now. He did survive that one. So we'll go for something a little bit, you know, we don't mind wasting a crunch just to do 3 damage. And now Wartortle is finally evolving. So we have a fully evolved team now. And the only thing left from here is to get better items and to hopefully find maybe a couple better Pokemon, like maybe a Gengar or something that can get Curse and make Eternatus easy. And we should be able to power through the rest of the run from here. So Flash Cannon, we will actually take over Aqua Tail. We're going to focus on mostly special attacks, I believe. And we still want Bite for the coverage, and Flash Cannon gives us a good answer to fairies and just anything that resists our Water Pulse. It's a very strong attack that may lower special defense, and it's actually accurate unlike Aqua Tail. And if we do get the Mega Evolution, Aqua Pulse will get boosted by its passive or its ability. So we want to keep that attack. And we took Ivy out basically no problem. So we get Will-O-Wisp, and I kind of want to take that. Part of me wants to keep Incinerate to get rid of berries. I think I'll ditch Snarl for right now. I don't think I really need it. And later we'll probably end up ditching the, oh yeah, because see, now we're getting Hex. So I think we'll actually ditch Shadow Ball for Hex. Even though I really like Shadow Ball, it's good solid damage, but Hex does extra damage if they have a status effect. So we can just kind of Will-O-Wisp and then Shadow Ball, or Hex if we need to. And it still does respectable damage regardless. And if we're worried about berries, we can just Incinerate to get rid of their Lumberry or something anyways. I don't really care about Belly Drum on Lanoon. He's not going to survive if I use it. I could not have gotten anything else out of this rare egg that I care less about. At least he has Swords Dance. Oh, we got a very lucky Shiny Charm here. It probably won't be that helpful, but we do have an event going for double Shinies. So maybe we can get a Shiny in this run to help our luck out. I know it won't give you a very good idea of how a first run would go, since you probably will not get a shiny, but you know, it happens. I probably won't get one either, because I have pretty bad luck. If it wasn't there, I'd probably take the big nugget. Just a side reference. But yeah, basically any purple item, I'm going to take. And you notice after the battle, we still have our boost, so we're going to be able to just basically sweep through the rest of this. I could swap out to level up somebody else, but they're all doing pretty decent anyways. We did get a Citrus Berry from Lanoon, so I think we'll throw that on the Gyarados. Just so that way if he uses Dragon Dance, takes a hit, he can heal up. And I know I'm getting amazing luck here, so it's going to be a bad idea of how these runs would normally go. But I did get a Lock Capsule at 56. That's really good. So Lock Capsule is going to be pretty tricky to use, but you can use it to lock in the rarity of the items you're rerolling, which can help you get a better item of that tier if you want something else, or have a chance for it to upgrade to, you know, a different item. So to give you an idea of what I'm doing here is I actually noticed that he had Sturdy, which is really good, and I wanted to check to see if Gigalith got Salt Cure, which he does not appear to do, so I don't really want him, I guess. I don't really need him. I mean, but he is pretty strong, pretty tanky. He's just super slow, and so I don't know if I really want to take this. If it got Salt Cure, it would be perfect for Eternatus, because I could Sturdy to survive one hit and then Salt Cure him and basically win, and I wouldn't need Curse. But I guess I can get rid of Low Kicks for him. I don't really care about that. You might get mad at me for saying that, but yeah, I think we'll catch him. He's at like 1 health. I should be able to get him with a Pokeball, right? And perfect defense, respectable attack, and a neutral nature with Sturdy. He's pretty decent. He's gonna get at least 1 good hit in. So we'll take him instead of Low Kicks. I don't really care for most bugs, I'm just gonna be honest. And we do get a map here, which is huge. And I believe, so we are in the cave right now. So unfortunately, we can't get ourselves into a graveyard. That's a really weird thing to say, I guess. We could try to get to Badlands, and then to Desert, and then Ancient Ruins, and potentially find some good stuff there. Or we could go into the lake. Kind of get into like a little loop here, if we wanted to. But I don't think there's anything here that I necessarily want. And I'm really hoping to try and get to a Gengar or something like a Dusknoir. So we could go to the lake and then construction site. Kind of seems like a roundabout way to get to where we're wanting to go though. So I think maybe we will go Badlands into desert and then ancient ruins. It won't necessarily be the graveyard, but I believe the ancient ruins, we can get a Tinkatank there, which would be really good. It's only an uncommon, and that completely walls Eternatus in his first stage, which gives you time to basically just do whatever you want until he goes into his second form and gets Flamethrower, and then inevitably one-shots your Tinkaton. But other than that, there's not a whole lot that I necessarily want there besides maybe an Alakazam, which could also be nice. So we could try to get around to a temple. That would be a pretty good way to go. So our best bet to do that would be Badlands, Desert, Ancient Ruins, and then back to the forest. Or I guess we could just go to Lake, Swamp, and then back to the tall grass and up to forest. But I think we'll go through some new areas. Badlands, Desert, Ancient Ruins gives us, access to some fun stuff. And then we could hit the forest, and then jungle, and then temple. And in temple, we should be able to find a Ghastly or a Haunter super easy. If not, maybe a Dusknoir. All of those get curse, and we'll basically just guarantee that we win the run as long as we can get to Eternatus. So long story short, we're taking the map. Alright, so I have just decided that even though we just caught this Boldore, we are going to try and get this Ursa Ring to use instead, because Ursaluna is just better, and I probably should just weaken him actually now that I'm thinking about it. I just wasted 2 Rogue Balls, but here we are. You live and you learn. I'm kind of just afraid that I'm going to kill him, but yeah, okay. So the Crunch didn't kill him. We are almost dead now. Kind of did that to ourselves. We should be able to get him with an Ultra Ball now. Alright, nice. So attack up, speed down is perfectly fine because Ursaluna is already super slow. So honestly, the only thing better would have been Adamant, but we'll take that. His IVs are kind of trash. And I don't really like Quick Feet, but that's fine. Alright, and so since we had our first gym leader battle at 30, we know our next one's going to be at 60, so we need to make sure we're prepared for it here. It's probably going to be some kind of like ground or rock gym or something. So Gyarados should be fine as long as he can pull off a Dragon Dance. Everything should be okay after that. Oof. You have really bad attack IVs when you can't have more than 1 protein. So I guess, I don't know who to give this to, because if I get a Ghastly, I'm going to get rid of Ursa Ring anyways. But the other guys don't really care about their physical attacks, I don't believe. But I think we'll give it to Blastoise. He does have Bite right now. So that's something. We could just make a really stacked Lanoon, and I think we're going to do that. That's my new decision. Alright, so Gyarados is typically pretty bulky, so we should be able to take 1 hit here. We'll go for the Dragon Dance, and then from here, we should just sweep the whole team. Unless she has something with Sturdy that can hit hard, which that Boldore might be able to do, but it did not have Sturdy, so if it did have Sturdy, that's where Multi-Lens would come in handy, like that. And then they get the kill. But it's fine that Gyarados went down. He's already max level, so he's not going to get anything from being alive at the end of this fight anyways. And so now we can just go into Blastoise, and I don't know if I'm slower than him. It's nice to be slow and use Shell Smash because you can get hit first before you lose your defenses. I probably don't even need to do it, but I'm going to take the risk and go for it. And of course, I get the lucky switch because it was low, so I get a free Shell Smash. So +2 to attack, special attack speed. I'm going to outspeed and basically kill anything that doesn't have Sturdy, which this Golem probably does, of course, so he doesn't. Alright, we got lucky. And too easy. We're kind of just letting Blastoise take the place of Gyarados at this point, which is fine because he needed the extra experience anyways, so now he's at max level 2. Alright, so plan was Badlands, and we're going to get on our way to finding us a Ghastly, and guaranteeing a win on this. I could catch this Excadrill to replace Ursaluna, or what's soon to be an Ursaluna, hopefully, but I think I'm okay without it. Alright, so this is a little bit trickier. I do like Hydro Pump. I don't like the accuracy on it. If we can get some wide lens, Blastoise is still really going to love it. So I think, honestly, Bite's still going to do decent damage. I think what we may do is, I think we'll take it over Bite for now. We should be okay. We shouldn't need another. We've already got counters for Psychic and Ghost. I think we'll be okay. Yeah, that's my decision I've just decided. So just a side note, you'll notice here I did not take Wave Crash. It's a very good move, and you wouldn't be wrong for doing it, but I don't think it's the smartest idea when you're basically trying to sustain in Classic Mode. and you don't want to hurt yourself. I don't know, Wave Crash, it just hurts, it hits for a lot of damage on you, and I don't like that. So, alright, so here he did go for Dig, which we do not like. It will definitely kill us. Not that it matters, we're already max level, this is the last battle of the stage. But just a good idea here is we know he's gonna go for Dig, so we just switch out to a flying type. Problem solved. And then we're definitely gonna outspeed. I don't think Steelix is very fast. And we just finish him off with Waterfall. Alright, so let me double check. I think we want to go to Desert, but I do want to verify before I... Okay, yeah, so if we go to Desert, if we go to Mountains, we can get to Volcano or Snowy Forest. So basically we could get there the same way. It would just take a little bit longer to get around there, and we'd have a lower chance to get into the ruins. So we're just going to go to Desert and ride it out from there. And you see we're essentially getting off a bunch of free Dragon Dances right here. Because of the Dig, we couldn't hit the other one anyways, and we had the extra hit at the end. So we now have Gyarados pretty much set up to just continue to sweep from here until we get to the next trainer battle. And I do want to just click to verify. The next Ivy battle isn't until 95, so we have plenty of time. And our next gym leader battle should be at 90, so we have plenty of time to just try to get stronger, catch some better things, get some better items. So we can just kind of relax from here on for a little bit. Oh, we do end up finding a shiny Darmanitan. I don't care about him, but I also don't really care about the Ursa ring that I have. So I think I will catch him. Unfortunately, I'll probably kill him if I attack him. So we're going to try to go for a Rogue Ball and hope we get lucky. And we don't. Ooh, and we almost die. That's not good. He did get weakened a little bit. We'll go for an Ultra Ball here and just try to hope. And we do get him. Alright, so it's not a very good nature either, but we also don't care. I just want him because the luck boost is going to be nice, and maybe we can get some Mega Stones from it. And we do happen to get a free Hyper Potion here, so that's nice. We'll go ahead and slap that on Gyarados to heal him back up. So that battle really only cost us a Rogue Ball and an Ultra Ball, so not a big deal. We did lose the Lychee Berry actually, but I mean, it just makes it a little bit stronger. Not that it really matters, but I didn't actually pay attention to what his moves were. So he's got Work Up, nothing too great, but we don't want Thrash. So I think here we'll do a reroll, and luckily we get a big nugget, so that's actually more than what we spent. So that's pretty good. So we won't take Fire Blast. I don't feel like we need it at all with our current setup. But if we do get some Wide Lens and we don't give him the Blastoise, maybe we'll figure something out. But right now we're just gonna ditch it. Don't need it. So Solar Beam is tempting. However, 2-turn moves are not very good because the opponents will switch. And even though we're trying to stall with Venusaur, it's not going to be that great of a thing. Eternatus is going to double resist it anyways, so really we're just kind of here to Leech Seed, try to put him to sleep, Sleep Bomb in between. We might even pick up Synthesis when we get close to the end of the game to replace maybe Leaf Storm or something. Just so that way we can keep healing up and stalling out against him until he eventually dies from the Leech Seed. So don't need Solar Beam for really any reason right now. Ooh, now that's scary. We don't want to stay out against that. So this might be a good time to, let's say we could go into Venusaur and kind of resist it and just be okay. It might be a little bit slower. I could switch into Skeleturge and be okay, but I think this will be fine. Let's hope we get lucky and get the sleep, but we did not get it. There we go, we got it that time. So we should be fine here. If we could get something to give like Mega Drain or Giga Drain or something, that'd be great, but I don't even remember those are TMs in this. Alright, so that Reuniclus, the cell looking thing, is definitely going to outspeed. Well, actually, he's pretty slow, so we might actually outspeed him. But either way, he's going to one-shot us because we're poison type. So we're just going to go into Skeleturge here, I think, and basically be okay. And we'll just go for Hex. The Sandstorm is really messing us up, but it's okay. We still survived. We got the win. I'm going to grab that HP up. And again, I kind of want to make Venusaur just more tanky. But at the same time, I think Gyarados might be worth putting that on to help him survive that first turn when he goes for a Dragon Dance. That or Blastoise for the Shell Smash. I think we'll go with Blastoise, I think. Alright, so this was actually a pretty lucky find. Avalanche, because even though it's physical, and again, we're wanting to focus mostly on special for Blastoise, it will give him a good way to counter Rayquaza if we need to. So now we have two really good Pokemon with ice attacks that can both, they're not really weak to his attack, so they should be able to survive. They're relatively bulky. And so yeah, I think we'll take Avalanche and we'll throw that on Blastoise. And so we'll get rid of Hydro Pump since we basically have that as a free slot, because I don't like that low accuracy. So we're gonna outspeed and kill here, so no problem. See, sometimes it's fine to just ride through with low health and be risky. There's no reason to take a risk if you don't have to, so we will go ahead and grab this Max Potion and just heal up. We shouldn't have a big battle at the end of this, and we should be okay regardless. So I think what we'll do is we'll hit one Dragon Dance just to be on the safe side to make sure that we can sweep this next boss pretty easy. And I don't really care what this guy gets. It scares me that Sheer Force is partially implemented. So does it just increase moves, or does it just remove additional effects without increasing the moves? That's the real question here. So Tapu Bulu could be useful here and potentially replace Venusaur. I took a quick look just to see. But he's not amazing. He's still going to be taking a lot of damage from fire and poison attacks against Eternatus. He can do basically the same thing Venusaur is going to do, but I'm still going to hold out hope that we get the Mega Stone and we'll be fine. And I'm not going to risk anything trying to catch him because I don't care about this account. If it was you, I do recommend that you try to risk things to catch him because you're going to heal up after this fight anyways. And you could just refresh the browser. If you don't catch him, you actually kill him or you die or something like that. You're trying to catch a legendary to help your account. That's perfectly viable. So if you were in this situation, I would say try to catch it even if you're not going to use it. But for me, I'm not going to just because I don't want to sit here refreshing to catch this thing, because that's what I would probably do. Because I'm not going to let the run end here. If I got to a point where he was going to kill me, I would just take him out. But we still have our buffs. We're just going to go for Ice Fang and just end the battle here. Oh, actually, is Gyarados going to die here? Actually, I just lost my lid. Oh, okay. I take that back. I am not going to just kill him here. I mean, I am, but not the way I was hoping. Or at all. My team is almost dead. So maybe we'll be okay. Yeah, we can survive that, and then we take him out. Cool, so I think it doesn't buff the damage, it just removes the secondary effects, which is fine, because it does help with like Flare Blitz and stuff. So Darmanitan isn't too bad. But either way, alright, fight is gone. Well, that wasn't ideal, but we still got buffed and we didn't have to attack him and we're not dead, so I'm not too upset about it. So here I can either take the push for a little bit of health, but I'll take the Citrus Berry and just hope that I'm probably not going to get hit coming into this fight. So I could probably just heal up later and I'll have a Citrus Berry. So that's always nice. Oh yeah, he's got really high special defense, that's right. Guess we can go Avalanche, be fine. Well, we still had to burn the berry, but that's fine. Oh, another thing to note is your shinies only give you luck if they are still alive. So typically you want to try to not let them die. I mean, I guess that's all of your party, but you might want to be a little less risky with them if you don't have to be. So I kind of want to give this to Venusaur, but it is based on the opponent's weight, and that may not always be useful. So I think we'll just stick with Seed Bomb. It's not too terrible anyways. And I think here we'll just grab the Lumberry. But we'll give it to Gyarados because we're going to try to keep him stacked for whenever we get up to the Ivy battle. We can hopefully use him as our main carry, maybe. We'll see how that goes. And probably going to catch this Kadabra here to replace a Darmanitan. I don't know. Let me see if I want to do that or not, because Alakazam and Mega Alakazam are amazing, but Darmanitan is actually not too bad. I mean, the speed down is kind of rough, and he's not very tanky, but the fact he has some really strong attacks, and his attack set is really good. So I think maybe we won't put in the work trying to get the Alakazam, because we're probably just going to replace him with Ghastly anyways if we get one, which we probably will. I don't want to jinx myself, but so I think maybe we'll just skip the Kadabra, but it's personal preference. It's up to you. I mean, again, I'm acting like you were playing this run, but, you know, it's just, I think I'd rather just keep the luck for right now. I don't like how low Blastoise's health is getting, but, you know, we like to play it a little risky. And another candy jar, they are throwing those at me, and I don't particularly want them. I could lock it, but I'm going to use, like, all of my money to do that. So I think we'll actually spend a little bit of money to heal up Blastoise, and then we're just going to take the candy jar. It might be useful as we go. Now, a Tinkaton is very useful. Question here is, can we just not kill it? So maybe if we go for Avalanche, it won't kill us, and maybe we could get it with a Rogue Ball here. It went for Play Rough, but if it goes for Gigaton Hammer, if it has it, it will most certainly kill us. So maybe we'll go for the Rogue Ball and hope. Nice. All right. Special defense up, defense down is actually amazing because the only attack from Eternatus that can hurt it is a special attack, and its special defense, actually its defensive and attack IVs are really good. So this thing might just be a good way to deal with him. So I think we may actually get rid of Linoone here because I want to keep the luck, and I know normally you want to keep pickup, but that's not super necessary in Classic. So I may go ahead and ditch it here and hopefully not hate myself later. But if we can get a Ghastly coming up, it's not really going to matter because the only fight that's going to be an issue is going to be Eternatus, and we're going to be set up. I mean, we already have so many ways to just massacre him right now that it's not even an issue. So we're going to Memory Mushroom to get Gigaton Hammer back. It's not that this thing's special attack is really terrible. It's just that Gigaton Hammer is amazing. So I was thinking we might get rid of Flash Cannon, but actually we cannot use Gigaton Hammer twice in a row. Covet is really good, but I don't think I'm going to keep it in the long term. Yeah, we could probably get rid of Flash Cannon. We'll keep Covet for now, just in case. We don't have Lanoon, so we might want to steal some stuff. Alright, so we should be coming up on a gym leader battle now. So I'm going to jump over here and I'm going to check out the Ancient Ruins, because I think it's Psychic type gym leaders. And so yeah, so we've got Psychic types. So we shouldn't have much of an issue, but I probably should have checked this before so that I could switch into what I wanted. Because I would probably rather have Gyarados out to deal with that. Or potentially Skeledirge, but I think we'll be okay either way. We may just sacrifice Blastoise in the beginning to get the free switch, since we're going to heal anyways. Man, I actually probably could have taken this thing out and then swept if I had just Shell Smashed. But I didn't think I would survive a hit, so I was kind of scared too. But it already used Future Sight, so we're kind of in a bad spot anyways, because eventually we're going to get hit by that and die. It kind of just seems to be what she's going, or he? Tate? I can't remember if Tate's a guy or a girl, actually. I don't remember. They're twins, right? I don't remember. Either way. So Blastoise is going to go down, and then we're just going to go into Gyarados, and we're going to Dragon Dance here, and then I think just sweep through with Crunch. And we're going to use Waterfall there instead, because we get the stab. Alright, easy battle. So we're getting very close to Ivy now, which is kind of a little spooky, but I think we're going to be okay. Alright, so we went from Ancient Ruins into Forest, and so now we're going to want to go to Jungle after this. Granted, that's if we can get past Ivy. So we will see how that goes. And I think the main plan is going to be to keep Gyarados out, since we should be able to force a switch on the Torterra, since it won't really have a good answer for us, and we will probably hit it with Intimidate when we come out. So that should give us a free chance to Dragon Dance, and then she will probably... I don't think she has Rayquaza at this point, so I think we should be good with basically whatever she has, unless she has a very good counter for Gyarados, in which case I will adapt and survive, hopefully. I'm not going to use the egg vouchers from here on. I don't think you guys want to see that. I mean, maybe you do, but I don't really see the point. You know what? I will. If you don't want to see them, feel free to skip them whenever they hatch. But I like seeing them hatch. It gives me a nice little happy boost. Alright, I was hoping to reroll here before the fight with Ivy, but I do kind of want this calcium. The special attack boost is going to be really nice. So I think we'll just heal up and make sure we're topped up for the battle. And then we'll grab this, and I'm trying to decide between Skeledirge or Blastoise. Either one would be a fine choice, but I think Blastoise's main counter for basically everything is going to be its ice move, which is physical. Skeledirge could probably do okay with a nice little boost. Yeah, I'll give it to him. I don't think there's really a wrong answer there. I'm sure if there is, you guys will tell me in the comments though. Alright, so she didn't switch, she just went for Hyper Voice, which was a weird choice. I probably don't need to, but I'm going to go for a second Dragon Dance. That way we can just kind of... Ooh, that was rough. That thing is tanky. But it does put us in a better situation going into the rest of her team. Ooh, we got that clutch flinch. We are not doing much damage here. We really need to get this Gyarados' nature changed. Actually, now I think about it, Crunch probably would have been a better choice instead of Ice Fang against that. But if it didn't kill, then I wouldn't have got the flinch and I would have died. So, was it the wrong answer? Plus, Ice Fang has that really small chance to freeze, which is just always nice. Just have a Hisui and Growlithe, which is interesting. It shouldn't be a problem moving forward. I have two really strong water types, so can't remember if this thing gets Rain Dish. I'm not gonna look it up. I think I'll be okay regardless. Alright. Soul Dew is really, really good. I don't think I need to heal here. I should be able to outspeed and take things out for the rest of this stage. Our next gym leader battle is at 120, and our next Ivy battle is 145, so we've got plenty of time. So the Soul Dew, I am going to give... I don't think there's anybody that really needs it. Everybody's nature is kind of bad. So I'll give it to Tinkaton, I guess, just to give it some more special defense. But hopefully if I can change Gyarados' nature to Adamant or someone else's to something pretty good, I can switch it over to them to get them a better stat boost. Also, 69, nice. And also 96 on the stage. That's opposite of nice, I guess. Grab the iron for the defense. I guess we'll go... I know I've been stacking those on Venusaur, but I want to give it to Gyarados just to help him stay alive while he buffs. But I'll roll with the Venusaur. That's fine. We're going to keep that going. Keep Gyarados out, and we will switch and let Skeledirge put some work in. And I did go both onto the Fortress there Probably wasn't the smartest idea, but I couldn't remember if it has 30 or not, and I wanted to make sure it didn't self-destruct and kill Gyarados. Not that it would be that terrible, I don't really have any big battles coming up, and he's already max level, but still. EP max could be good. Maybe like Gigaton Hammer, could boost Torch Song, but we have backups with Incinerate and stuff. I think we'll actually just reroll here. We got plenty of money saved up, so. And I probably could have locked there, but I think it's fine either way. I'm gonna take the rare candy, and I'm actually just gonna boost Gyarados up to get him a little bit higher. Man, they're throwing these Soul Dews at me when I don't really need them. I might thank it later for them when Tinkaton's not dying to one flamethrower. Or I could. No, can't afford it. Probably could have done that earlier, actually. That's fine. It may be helpful if we can get Adamant Mint. Or a Modest Mint. One of the two. I'm telling you, is this some kind of a glitch? Like, 3 Soul Dews in what? 3 or 4 battles? I mean, Tinkaton's special defense is getting really tanky though, right? What's it at now? Yeah, that one Soul Dew boosted it by another 20. I mean, a single flick from a physical attack and it's gonna die, but I think we're okay with this. Went for rollout for some reason. It thought rock move would be good, but here we are. All right, to the jungle and one step closer to Ghastly, hopefully. And you might notice at this point, I'm basically just focusing on like one Pokemon that I know can sweep really well. And it's easier that way. Your other stuff's already getting experience anyways. And you can grab candies if you really need to. But you're really just kind of powering through. I know my whole team can kind of hold their own regardless. So there's really no reason not to. I'm kind of just taking the nuggets when they pop up right now. I'm trying to get a nice little surplus of money so that I can afford to reroll when I really need to. And normally I would probably recommend just taking the egg voucher here if you're first starting out and you're trying to get more eggs. I'm not going to do it just because, again, I really just want to win this run. So do we want extra levels on anybody? It'd be like 4 more levels, right? So we'll take the reroll here. That was a terrible decision. Really bad call on my part. So I guess we'll just take the apricot berry. It'll be fine. All right, so I did get a wide lens, so that's helpful. I think I still need that actually. Let me see. So you only care about it because of Will-O-Wisp. It would help with Leech Seed and Leaf Storm, but mostly Leech Seed and Sweet Powder are the two that I guess that we really care about there. You already have 100%. I'm probably not going to take Hydro Pump back, and it would help with Play Rough, but that's not a major issue now. We could probably switch to that later if we need to. So I think we're going to give it to Venusaur to help Leech Seed and Sleep Powder land a little bit more often. It would cost 53,000 to lock this and reroll it. All right, I will take the premium egg voucher just because I know the comment section is going to get really mad if I don't, and I'm kind of tempted not to, just so you guys will comment and like yell at me. But I'll take it. It's fine. I don't care about this account, but it is what it is. And you know what? We're going to go ahead and pop it on the Zamazenta right here. We don't have enough time to have hatched it anyways, even if we got a legendary, but it would have been nice for the video, right? And we are going to switch over to the Blastoise here just to get some more experience since the Gyarados is maxed out. I was not paying attention. Do not turn your speed all the way up if you are bad at paying attention like I am. That's fine. It's not a big deal. At this point, I'm almost basically on autopilot. Ooh, Scizor is actually really nice. I would like to catch that, but I don't think I really need it for my team. But I think we'll just Torch Song and move along. And just like that, we get a Gengar on the very first battle, which is going to be a pain to catch, but it does save us the trouble of having to get a link cable to evolve it, or linking cord, whatever it's called on here. So I think we're already set. Like once we catch him, we basically win this game. You see we got the Gengar asleep. We took out the Skeledirge, or the Aegislash, while also getting Skeledirge some buffs going on. And now we've got the Leech Seed on Gengar just to make him a little bit easier to catch. And we've got him asleep. He's got a little bit of damage. I'm just going to chuck a Great Ball and hope for the best. And of course, he woke up and he killed Skeledirge and took our Revive Seed. So that's kind of rough. We don't really have anything Skeledirge can do. So we're just going to switch into Darmanitan because he's the one that we're going to get rid of anyways. So we don't really care if he dies here. And then we're just going to try to Sleep Powder the Gengar again. So we got that off. And you know what? We'll go for the Ultra Ball this time. We're not really going to catch anything else unless we see something amazing, really good legendary or something. Alright, so special attack down, which is terrible. But, yeah, I don't really have a good answer for what's good about it. That's a good special attack, IV and HP, I guess. But either way, we'll have to get a Memory Mushroom to get it cursed later. But it already has Shadow Ball, which is fine. And Dart Pulse, which is also fine. So we're going to get rid of our shiny Darmanitan. Feel free to at me in the comments. And we get a Dynamax ban, which is really nice because a lot of our Pokemon can Gigantamax. So, yeah, I think we'll definitely take that. We don't have anything big coming up until 120. I don't think we need to heal anybody. We'll be okay for now. We'll just grab that and keep on going. I think we'll just go into Gyarados, and we'll just Dragon Dance. And you know what? One more for good measure. He doesn't really have anything that can hit us. Not for real. And then we should be able to just crunch through all these ghosts, and then probably through the gym leader as well, which I'm pretty sure is going to be a ghost type. So I will catch this Haunter here. I know we're going to have to get a linking cord if we get him in order to evolve him. But he might be a better nature, so it could solve us a lot of problems later. Problem is, I don't think I can hit him without killing him, and I don't want to switch out. We'll just go for an Ultra Ball, and hope, nope, hope, nope, hope. You're gonna make me switch, aren't you? Probably for something that isn't even going to be better. But we can dream. I mean, it can't really be worse, right? I don't think that'll kill it. It has really low defense, but that's fine. Actually, that's a lot better. I do like, well, he's gonna lose Levitate eventually anyways, but he does have Destiny Bond, which can be clutch. Much better IVs and a neutral nature. So we're actually going to take him over the Gengar and just hope that we can get a linking cord. It shouldn't be hard. It's only like a blue item, I believe. And either way, he still gets Curse. So in the end, it's not going to matter. Oh, we do get this nice Cub Fu hatch here. All right. And Drain Punch. Our team is not in the best shape, but we should be okay for now. We can hold off a little while without healing. And it's a lot of ghosts and stuff. Maybe we'll just grab this special defense up and keep trucking. Another Gengar, but we're not going to catch another one. I should have switched. It is going for the Destiny Bond, which is annoying, but we're just going to ride this out. Oh, nice. And then we get the linking cord almost immediately. So that's really good. So it does become a lot more common if you, I mean, you can't get it at all if you can't use it. So it's a pretty common item. Chances are you're probably not going to not get one. All right, Pantina. So let's see how this goes. Should be pretty simple. We'll just Dragon Dance, and then we should be able to just crunch and hopefully take everything out. That's a little bit beefy, but that's fine. And we do have a Reviver Seed just in case, but hopefully we won't need it. Okay, I thought it used it, and I was like, wow, I just said hopefully we won't need it. But okay, we didn't use it. Sometimes with the speed turned up, the game gets a little too fast for me to keep up with. So the Aftermath got me there. I should have thought of that. So there we go. We did use it. That is not good. And now we've lost our buff. So we know we're going to get hit next turn. I think our best bet is we're just going to go into someone that can take a physical hit pretty decently. Maybe get off a Leech Seed, but of course we missed there. So we know that it's faster. So maybe we can survive and put it to sleep. I did not notice that I had a Lumberry. That was me not paying attention. So we're probably going to be able to get a free switch in here. I'm trying to think of what the best strategy here would be. I think if we go with Blastoise, it'll vanish. It's going to hit us first, and then we can get off a free Shell Smash. And hopefully we should outspeed now. And I'm pretty sure that thing's got pretty low physical defense. So maybe an Avalanche will take it out. Or she'll switch and we'll take out the Bramble Gas. That works too. Alright, let's go for Avalanche here again. Alright, problem solved. A little bit of a close call, but I wasn't too nervous. And if you're wondering why I don't just take Perish Song and use it on Eternatus because it can't switch out and it would faint, is that one-hit KO moves like Parasong and such do not work on bosses. I shouldn't be answering things like that. I should be waiting for you guys to comment to drive up the algorithm for me. But sometimes I just like to be nice. That's why you should like and subscribe. Because I'm not trying to use you. I'm just trying to manipulate you. This attack down nature is really messing me up. I've really got to find a mint for this. Also, if you're planning to reroll, and you want to buy a healing item, it's probably better to reroll first because you might get stuck with nothing but a healing item to take instead, and you can save money that way. And so here I'm kind of picking places that I know I can get through easy because I already have what I want. I'm not really searching for anything. So I know here I can very easily set up Dragon Dances, and I just went for Protect, made it even easier for me. And then I should be able to just crunch through the ghosts that are going to show up here. That was a really close Thunderbolt. I know you can't see my face, but I was a little scared. So I don't know if I'm gonna outspeed this thing. Going for Dragon Dance probably would have been smarter because then I would have outsped the Kadabra there. But yeah, we're gonna switch for this one. Though we managed to end the battle before the Future Sight got us, so that's pretty good. Alright, so we know the Gengar is gonna outspeed here. So I do want to keep everybody alive, just to keep getting experience. And it's probably going to go for Shadow Ball again. But we should be able to switch into Venusaur just fine. And we can just Water Pulse here. We should be good. Whoops. Alright. We're able to just kind of wheedle him down. That's going to give us a nice chunk of money right there. We're getting close to the end. But I do want to heal up Gyarados. So that way I can just switch back into him and we can keep our sweep going. Gotta clean this graveyard up. And it's a grass type, but I ain't too scared. Yeah, that's doing nothing. Man, I really gotta get this nature changed. This is the difference of like these natures. I believe that they increase or decrease by 20%. So like, our Gyarados' attack right now is 306, which seems good, but it would be close to like 400 if we didn't have this nature on. If we had Adamant instead or something that was positive, we would be close to like 400. So big difference there. We'd be one-shotting these things that we're two-shotting. We do got a nice little Skeledirge coming up here, but Waterfall with the stab is definitely going to take it out. So I could be taking the rare candies to try to get a little bit higher of a level. We get a nice boost from it. I'm kind of wanting money to reroll to get some better items because we have not really gotten anything good yet. But this does show that even having not that very good items can still come out well. And I mean, we could be using the lock capsule more, but I don't want to waste that much money. We're trying to make sure that we can still heal in between battles. And we're trying not to be too risky with things because in Classic, you don't really need the better items to win. They just really help. That's not good. I almost thought about just chucking it. I was hoping I'd have a rogue ball and just chuck at it to catch it so I didn't have to fight it. I could run away. I might be able to escape, but I also don't want to give up getting an item after this battle or the experience for it. We don't necessarily have a good switch in for it. Tinkaton's physical defense is so bad, it's not going to go well. We could try Venusaur and see. So we've got him seated. We're going to spend a lot of money to heal up before but King Gambit is kind of just not good for my team. I don't want to stay in and die, because having to buy a revive is more expensive than just healing. Kind of just make him flinch so we can kind of get the advantage of that leech seed going. And honestly, you can make a good argument for just catching the King Gambit and using it. It's not a bad Pokemon at all. Alright, I think we may go ahead and heal up beforehand, just in the off chance that we run into another one of those. We don't want that. I don't think we're going to reroll here. It's sad that we have to set up 2 Dragon Dances, and that still may not one-shot. Okay. Temper Flare on Gyarados could actually be interesting. I don't really have anything that I would switch for it. And I do think, again, that we want to keep Gyarados out in front because we may be able to get rid of Torterra, especially if we can get this nature swapped out. And then hopefully we can put some work in on the Rayquaza that she will probably go into next. Alright, so this is our last chance to get set up or heal up before we have to fight her. Part of me, I really want to reroll to hope that maybe I'm going to get something super lucky, but the other part of me just wants to make Gyarados as strong as I can to kind of make up for the bad nature that he has. So we'll just get him up another 5 levels, and hopefully this Ivy battle will go well. This is really the big make or break battle. You know, I actually just misclicked the Ice Fang, but I mean, I'm not upset. It didn't do too bad of damage, so I guess we outsped. Maybe we'll go for another one. Hopefully we can get... Okay, we did not get a flinch or anything, and she got the Iron Defense off. So that basically walls us. I imagine it's going to have some type of ground move, even though it's terrestrialized to grass. But I think if we go into Venusaur, we should be safe. And then maybe I'll go for Sleep Powder here. Okay, well that didn't help us too much, but it did burn off the Lumberry, so that's nice. But I think we switch into Tinkaton here. I was hoping to get the nice fake out there, but that didn't go too well. We'll just go back into Venusaur, and we'll go for a little Leech Seed, and okay, that's pretty nice. I'll take that. So I don't want to go into Tinkaton because I don't want to force him to switch. Maybe Gyarados? Okay, so it does have V-Create and Hurricane. Now that I think about it, I believe on my last run when I was streaming, I discovered that it had Thunderbolt. So staying out with Gyarados is probably not a smart idea. If it goes for Thunderbolt, switching to Venusaur would be fine. I could kind of just play back and forth until the Leech Seed does its work. But if it goes for Hurricane or V-Create, Venusaur is dead. And I don't want to lose him. Not this early in this fight. So maybe, I mean, if it goes for Thunderbolt, Blastoise is dead. But I can probably afford to lose him the most. I want to save Gengar in case I need to Destiny Bond something. Okay, so went for Dragon Pulse. Maybe it doesn't have Thunderbolt then. If that's the case, I might be okay. Yes, okay, that was a nice 6 health. But Rayquaza is out of the way. Alright, that's a good start. So we don't know what this thing has. I know that it's going to outspeed me. So Tinkaton's probably a safe switch. Okay, so it's building up a Solar Beam. Play Rough is going to do a lot of damage if it hits. And it's going to lower the attack, right? We'll go Play Rough, and then she's probably going to switch here, I would imagine. So Gigaton Hammer into whatever comes in. Ooh. We didn't have that fire type. That'd have been nice. Alright, so it's definitely going to one-shot you. I think we just sacrificed the Blastoise here. He's kind of useless at this point anyways. And then we should be able to get a free Dragon Dance, because I am pretty sure she is going to switch here, right? She might go for a Rock Attack. Okay, well we still got the Dragon Dance off. That's fine. Raging Fury did not do barely anything. So I'll go for the Waterfall here. Help us too much, but Crunch will probably kill. She decided to charge a Solar Beam for some reason. I would have at least went for a Hail Mary. A Hail Mary. Alright, I'm not sure what Toucannon can do against this. I'm not 100% sure why she went into this. She's probably afraid to go into Torterra in case I have a flying move. Can I get the Dragon Dance off? Or do I just go for the Ice Fang and hope for the best? It worked out okay either way. Alright, she's got 3 left. So I think here we just get the Ice Fang while we can. I hate that Thick Fat so much. Alright, I'm not sure what happened there. It's gonna have some kind of ground move. I don't think she's used it yet. And Skeledirge is not going to do much because she has Thick Fat. So that's a problem. I think I might not have a good answer for this unless I can curse it. Okay. Well, I just wasted curse on Stunfisk. Don't like that. At least this way I don't have to die. So she will probably switch back into Torterra, I would assume. So Leech Seed would be a waste. Oh, okay. Well, that works. So if it doesn't wake up, we should be fine. But actually, we could switch into Skeledirge and try to get some free stat boosts. Actually, that was probably a bad idea, because now I think about it, if it wakes up, I am dead. Well, we go for Hex, hope for the best. Alright, got him. And then we'll just go back into Venusaur. Maybe get the free Sleep Powder. I was thinking she'd switch, but alright. Just put it back to sleep. Do a little Seed Bomb. Alright, so now we just have Torterra to deal with, right? Alright, so here, I think we just take the sacrifice, and then we curse with Gengar. Unless we can get its health low enough to take it out with Destiny Bond, but Destiny Bond won't go through the shields, I don't believe. I think it just takes off like 1 shield worth of health. So maybe we can get Sleep Powder off. Oh yeah, it doesn't affect it. It's grass. I forgot about that. Alright, so I guess we just do our best. Alright, it's not terrible. So we'll just play it safe and go for the curse. So basically we just have to survive like 1 turn. So we're in a really rough spot. So yeah, I don't know if I've said this, but if you're just starting out, this battle is very rough. I haven't done it on this early of an account in a very long time. So I feel your pain. If you're struggling, do not worry, you're not the only one. This is a very hard battle. So there's not really a good strategy there. It's just at that point you need to have a good team and you need to essentially just get good. I know it's kind of like bad to say that, but you just have to be good at the game. It's kind of a skill check, I guess, at that point. So unfortunately we do not have access to the Sacred Ash stuff yet to revive our entire team. So we are in a very bad spot going straight into a gym leader battle in a couple levels. So I think what we're going to do here is our Skeledirge is in good shape. I think we might actually keep Tinkaton out and we'll just do a revive for now on Gyarados. Switch back in this and we should be okay maybe. We can flinch him and then hopefully take this one out. I was afraid it was going to attack Tinkaton and kill it, and then we're going to switch you out so you don't die here. So I'm trying to decide if it's worth spending the money to revive either Blastoise or Gengar. Possibly Gengar, since he doesn't need to buff up and he can Destiny Bond or Curse if needed. That's going to heal Gyarados for like 40, 44 I guess. Not a whole lot. So I think we'll go Super Potion. I'm going to check and see. We are in the Abyss. Let's see what gym leaders we have here. So it's going to be Marnie. So Dark type gym leader. Skeledirge is going to have a hard time, but Tinkaton will be useful. So we don't really want to revive Gengar. He's not going to be very useful here. I think we'll be okay. We could probably save our money and be all right, hopefully. All right. So I don't like going straight into a gym leader battle right after Ivy. But it's really the only choice, I guess, is either right before or right after. I would rather have been before, because then we would have healed up. But, alright. I might cut that part right there. I was taking a moment to get a drink and stuff. So, I'm having to mentally prepare for this fight, because I am not prepared physically. But I don't think Bombardier can do much to me anyways. So, we could probably just set up on it. Or she'll switch into something that can do something. Alright. We did get the little boost going, though. So, maybe we can just kill it before it kills us. I know outspeed, it's pretty squishy. So, alright, good. It was a little risky, but So, Bombardier, again, I don't think it can do much. I'm not sure why she went back into this. So, I'll just Dragon Dance again. Okay, so it has Rock Slide. Didn't think about that. She did miss. I don't think it'll kill me if it hits. I'm pretty bulky. If I could set up maybe one more Dragon Dance, I might be able to just sweep, and I won't have to worry about the fact that my team is all dead. Worst case, my team might be able to pull through anyways. Should be able to. Gyarados is already max level, so I don't really care if I lose him. So we'll go for the Dragon Dance, be a little risky. Alright, we didn't take too much from that. One more will kill us, but... So Ice Fang will do more damage, but I'm at +3, and I don't want to risk this miss. That 5% chance. The way this run has gone so far, I mean, it's been really lucky, but I don't want to push it. If it doesn't kill, I'm going to be so upset. She must have went for like Sucker Punch or something. I didn't see that went too fast. But yeah, somehow she outsped. Weird, but alright. So Shift Tree, we should be able to just Ice Fang this. Grimmsnarl. This guy I'm kind of worried about. He's a little big. I guess we'll go for Waterfall and hope for the best. Okay, so we do kill. Oh yeah, I think we definitely kill Liepard. Then if we kill Grimmsnarl, I think we're good. Oh yeah, easy. Alright, much easier battle than I expected it to be. So from here, I kind of just want it to be as easy as possible. I have my team. I just have Elite 4 at 180 starts. So I basically have 30 levels to prepare. I'm just going to go to the cave and just try to coast. All right, so I wasn't really going to mention too much going up until we got to something important, but we did just get a Mega Bracelet. So hopefully we can find some Mega Stones. We have, let me make sure. Yeah, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 Pokemon that can Mega Evolve. So maybe we can get something pretty great here. Mega Venusaur would probably be the best in my opinion. Mega Gengar would be nice, but we really just need Gengar for Curse anyways. But either one of those would probably help us carry through the Elite 4 and stuff anyways. So we'll see how it goes. But either way, we're going to grab that and keep on chugging forward to 180 for the Elite 4. Don't mind a little misclick there. Ooh, that's not good. Get the Will-O-Wisp off. Rude. Man, he is not getting lucky with those Inferno hits, is he? It's always a sad day when a random trainer is giving you problems, but it happens. I've actually had runs where I will get through like Ivy or something and then just lose to a random trainer right after. Do we have anything to answer for this? Not really, right? I guess we could go into Tinkaton and hope for the best. A little fake out, let the burn do its thing. So we can't use Gigaton Hammer twice in a row. But I think we just go for a Covet here, try to steal a Lumberry, which we did not, and then we just take it out with the hammer. And play rough, just pray it miss, or pray it hits, and doesn't miss. Alright, we shouldn't have too big of a problem moving forward. The next couple battles should be pretty easy. And it's really just staying alive so we get the full heals going on here. We just had to miss. I guess we were overdue for one. Alright, so we had to do the last ditch effort there and go for the curse. Probably could have taken out with Gigaton Hammer anyways, but... So I am going to take a look, and we're going to see how many Pokemon we were able to unlock, with me barely catching anything during this run, but just using the vouchers that we got during the run, and then we're going to get a bunch at the end. So we'll see like how many eggs you have, or how many vouchers you'll have at the end of the run, as well as just how many Pokemon you can get from hatching eggs along the way, and not being too worried about catching things on your first time if you're just trying to get a win. Alright, I think Badlands into Desert is going to be the easiest place for us to just breeze through. We had a little bit of a harder time here than I thought we would, but some of that was just that random trainer actually putting up more of a fight than I expected, and also me just making bad decisions and misclicks. So even with a little bit of mistakes, you can still get going, and you know, sometimes you have to get a little bit lucky with it. But yeah, we're gonna get a little greedy. We'll go for a third one here because he's not doing much to me at all. So we're at +3 attack, +3 speed. We should be good until the battle comes up and it just resets it, you know. All right, so I do want to reroll a little bit here, so I'm not going to take the single egg voucher on this one. Just know that my egg counts would be higher, but sometimes I will skip the single ones. They're not that important to me. If it's, you know, could make the difference between doing really good in this run or not. So I think we're already going to outspeed. We should be fine. We just wanted the special defense for now, I guess, so that way we can kind of stay alive a little bit longer to buff if we need to. Yeah, Solid Rock didn't do much there. Probably could have taken the Ultra Balls there, but I want more money because I want to be able to reroll. I really want to get some Megas going on. So we're going to try to stack some money when we have the chance to, and then we'll reroll when we can. Ooh, nice flinch. I don't know if he would have taken me a one hit or not, but now we don't have to worry about it. Nice. Alright, too easy. We got a nice miss and a flinch there though, but I don't think it would have been too big of a problem anyways. Alright, so I'm debating here, because normally I wouldn't worry too much with Infestation, but it does work really good against Eternatus, and it could potentially be decent in the Ivy fight or whatever else. Just a little damage over time can be annoying for them. But I think I might keep Destiny Bond on Gengar just to try and take something out from the Elite Four or somebody like that if I need to. It can come in handy when I need it. So I don't think we'll need an Infestation, but might regret it later. We'll find out. Rude? Took my Citrus Berry, or burned it up. Same thing. You know, I was actually just thinking Sandstorm is going to be a pain. It would be really nice if I could get a Leftovers here, and then I get a Leftovers. So for right now, I think we're going to put it on Gyarados, but it's going to be harder to decide later who we want it to be on, because Venusaur would be good to help stall and heal more. Only problem is I don't want Eternatus sealing it, so I'm going to have to make sure I swap it later. Surf is nice, actually. If we get his Mega, I think Water Pulse might still be better. But for right now, since we can't really rely on getting the Mega, I think we'll take the Surf, and then we can Memory Mushroom Water Pulse back later if we need it. Because I want to say it gets like a 50% buff if you're using his Mega. So it would essentially be the same or better. I'm not sure. Probably better because it lets you get Confusion. But so yeah, we'll take the Surf. I don't usually get this, so I'm kind of excited to actually have it. I'm not really sure how I'm missing here. Oh, he probably has Sand Veil. Increases his evasion in Sandstorm. It took me a little bit longer to realize that than it should have. Wasting the Lumberry for a Toxic is not nice this late in the stage, but it happens. Alright, I was being a little bit risky with the rerolls right there, because the Rogue Ball popping up was really making me mad. But I am happy I got the King's Rock. That's pretty nice. Alright, so I could probably set up on this thing. Okay, so of course it's got Sturdy. That makes sense. Ooh, I don't like that. Stone Journer. We've got +2. Question is, can we kill it? I guess it doesn't matter because Gyarados is kind of going to be dead if he comes back out anyways. So we might as well get the damage we can. I was hoping that would miss. Alright, so he's probably... I would assume he would switch here. We'll go for the kill and see. Okay, I don't think the thing can do too much to me. Metal Burst. Don't like that. My defenses are dropping. I don't think he can kill me, right? Okay, so he's just going to keep trying to go for Metal Burst, so we should be able to just one-shot him here, though. Alright, I mean, +4 times effective Aura Sphere is, you know... Alright, so Journer is basically just, you know, fodder at this point. Same thing for Colossal. Oh, Reviver Seed. I don't like that, but we should be able to just kill anyways. Yeah, now we're getting a Torrent boost regardless, so... Same thing here? Yeah, alright. Easy. I mean, not really. That was kind of stressful, actually, but... Alright, so we were in Ancient Ruins, which is going to be a lot of Psychics. And we know we're going up to Gym Leaders soon. Or Elite Four soon. So I think we'll go Gyarados like we've been doing, basically. And there's really no reason to set up, because our next battle, 82, is going to be the first Elite Four. So we just kind of go for the kill here. And I think we're going to lead the leftovers on Gyarados for now, so that he can try to just sweep through. And we'll spend a little bit... Actually, you know what? We'll grab this Citrus Berry, and we'll save our money to help Gyarados sweep a little bit better, because he should be able to set up better now. And before this fight, we will go ahead and use these couple vouchers that we've gotten. Ooh, I don't really have an answer for Dark Water, do I? We should be able to... Alright, you got the Blizzard Miss. I don't think it's going to do too much damage. Okay, he went for Sucker Punch, alright. That's kind of scary now. So do we go for another then and hope... Man, we were getting lucky with these misses. Is it foggy? No, just luck. I'm afraid he's probably going to go for Sucker Punch this time. I'm also just curious, can I just keep pushing my luck? Okay, so we went for Sucker Punch. Is it just going to alternate and go for Blizzard again? Yeah. And we got the flinch anyways. Is he going in a pattern, or is he going to use Blizzard again since I interrupted the last one? I'm kind of scared. I don't think the Sucker Punch will kill me anyways. Okay. I mean, at this point, I'm basically just set up to win now, but that was probably just me being more scared than I should have been. Alright, the rest of the team shouldn't be an issue, and if that was still grass, I mean, I guess I could have just Ice Fanged it anyways, but him making them all pure dark is kind of hurting him, I think. Oh, the one that he should have had pure dark. Easy. And we're not really getting a whole lot here, are we? I'll take the accuracy boost because it'll help Venusaur with his lead seeds and stuff. And we'll just burn through the vouchers after we get through the Elite Four. Well, correction, if we get through the Elite Four. Speed, I mean, I could give it to Skeledirge, but I really don't think he's going to outspeed anything anyways. Gyarados is fine once he buffs. I could lock it and try to reroll and hope I get a different one, but Venusaur isn't super duper slow. I guess we could give it to him. I probably should have used an Ether on Gyarados now that I think about it, because I only have... Well, I still got 8 waterfalls left. I'll be fine. Alright, so we got a Ghost. Hopefully they don't curse me. That would suck, but I don't think Gourgeist learns curse, and I can't switch out now, so let's just commit. Alright, that's fine, because now we got the extra buff, so we should be good, and we'll just heal back up with our leftovers, so... Alright, that was easy. What do you have? I think we'll just grab a Starve Berry, and we still have our buffs from the last battle, so we're good here. Alright, Adamant. Okay, Gyarados might actually be able to carry better now. I felt like I was needing that, but I took a break from recording this, and I couldn't remember. I get some of my runs confused. I've got about like 5 or 6 going at one time. I think that's part of the reason why I make bad decisions sometimes. Alright, so we'll go ahead and do an Ether. Actually, I don't think I'll need it. I think I've got enough right now. I could save the money. And I'm just gonna drop a little baby potion here to heal up. And we're gonna make Gyarados Adamant with an Adamant Mint. It's always fun to say. Lapras. Should be able to set up Dragon Dance on this. I did a little bit more than I expected it to, but I'm still kind of bulky. Might be able to get a... Alright. I want to say, doesn't Lapras get like Water Absorb or something like that? Because I would think going for Waterfall would be the better bet, but yeah, it does get Water Absorb. It's actually less bulky now. I mean, it's got decent defenses, but I mean, its health is really high, so I guess it's still pretty bulky, but okay, so maybe Crunch. I don't know if we'll get the kill here, though. I don't think it can kill us either, though. I don't remember how much damage it was doing. Okay. Man, Crunch did not do much at all, though. Maybe we switch. We know it's going for Ice. Blastoise does have Aura Sphere now. That went for Double Edge. All right. So Shell Smash. Maybe we don't die. And then Aura Sphere. Ooh. I didn't expect to get walled by the first Pokemon. We know Skeletor's outspeed, though. Oh, okay. Do we survive a hit? All right. Not terrible. Now I know that outspeeds. I don't really have a whole lot to answer for Ice types when I think about it. Maybe Gigaton Hammer, though, but okay. I knew that thing was pretty frail. I just didn't know if that would actually kill it or not. And we can't go for Fake Out. Play Rough isn't going to do a whole lot. I think maybe we just go for Covet, try to seal a berry off of it, and we get the freeze. Wow. Can we thaw before? Okay. I was like, can we thaw before it can finally chip me down? I don't think that can kill. I mean, my special defense is ridiculous on this thing. We'll play Rough Kill. Oh, no, he was outspeeding. Duh. See, that's why you gotta pay more attention. I'm surprised. I didn't think Abomasnow was that fast. But Venusaur was faster somehow? Whatever. I'm not complaining, I guess. All right. My special defense isn't terrible. With a boost, though, I might still be able to survive one. Yeah. Outspeed, you get the kill there. Aurorus. Probably faster than that, but I don't think I can kill it. Do we go for Destiny Bond? All right. That's why we keep that. Might not help against Ivy much, since she's gonna have like boss Pokemon, but all right. I don't know what she has left. Oh, it's still Lapras. Okay. So I think we do outspeed and kill, right? Yeah. So we're in a pretty rough spot. That was tougher I thought it would be. But we did manage to pull the win, so we need to revive 4 and heal another. We do have a max revive for free here, so instead of taking the Sacred Sash and healing everybody, I'm just going to spend the 33 to buy 3 max revives, and then I'll take the free one. So we can save a little bit of money here. Alright, Sigilif. I think we should be okay with just Shadow Ball. Yeah. Try to get Gengar's level caught up too. There we go, now we're all max level. Alright, we have a free max potion, so I want to play it safe, so I will buy one. Unfortunately, we are going to have Gengar going into this last fight as our starter, but it might be okay. Alright. Drake. I'm not sure if he's going to go for Rock or Dragon. I think either way, Tinkaton might be okay, right? Ooh, no. Wrong again. And I don't think Fake Out will work since I just came out. But I should outspeed, right? That works. Cotton Guard is annoying. Defense plus 3. That's going to hit for 135, about 270 if it hits. This one's hitting for about 240, but it's guaranteed to hit. I'm going to go to drop its attack. God, stop buffing yourself. So we know it's going for Sky Attack. I think we just let Tinkaton take the L here. Alright. Drop its attack a little bit, and set up for Dragon Dance. I was thinking it would probably stay out since it had all the defense buff going on. So do we go for another one? Yeah, I figured we'd survive one hit. Ice Fang, easy. You got more flying dragons? That'd be great. No? Alright. That's going to be 120. This is going to hit for about 130. Got the crit. I don't know if that mattered. We'll assume it probably did. Alright. Nice, get the clutch freeze and a flinch that I don't think mattered. Well, we missed our Ice Fang there. I guess we were due one miss, right? Maybe that'll be the only one. Nope. We did get to heal up a good bit, and we're getting so many good freezes here, even though we thawed right back out. But all right, this thing I don't think is really an issue, right? God, I gotta stop. Like, what is this missing? I know it's 95%, but come on. Then again, I got some really lucky freezes. I guess it balances out. All right, not too bad. We lost Tinkaton and Gyarados is a little low, but terrible. So we're going to have, I can't remember what the champion for this generation is, but either way, might need to consider getting an elixir for Gyarados. Maybe get Gigaton Hammer back for Tinkaton. I think for this one, we're just going to take a reroll. Okay, so we did get a free revive here, which is nice. We'll switch Gengar back out there, and we'll just crunch you, I guess. It'd be fine either way. Okay, yeah, we still got the buff going. Not that I think it really matters. So really, I could spend the money and heal up, and then grab the Soothe Bell, but I don't care about the Soothe Bell right now. The candies I'm going to get for the remaining victories, like the friendship, I only have like 11 more stages to go. It's not going to be worth it this late in the game. Early game, it's pretty good if you're trying to get some candy on something. It helps build your friendship faster. But I think right now we just do, that's 200 or 50%. Yeah, we'll drop the Hyper Potion there, and we'll just, ooh, actually, we're going to need that elixir too. I think we're okay, right? I don't know if I'm going to need Hyper Fangs or not. We're going to risk it here to save a little bit of money. Probably a bad idea, but we'll see how it goes. I say that a lot, and it seems to work out pretty decently. Okay, so it's Steven. Steven, I'm not super duper concerned about, I don't think. We should be able to set up on this Skarmory pretty easy. They can't really do a whole lot to us. We just keep on going. I mean, might as well, and then we could just kind of guarantee, we have low usages anyways, so we kind of just want to make sure we're going to one-shot. Ooh, Sturdy is not good, and it has Thunderbolt for some reason. Alright, fair enough. And we know he's a Steel type. trainer here. Skeledirge, I'm pretty sure outspeed an Aggron, right? I don't see why I wouldn't. Thing's slow as heck. Might not outspeed that, but I should be able to survive a hit. Okay. Can't remember how fast that thing was. Whimsicott could be a problem. Let's go for another Torch Song and hope for the best. Okay. It was not a problem. Skeledirge gonna get a chance to shine here if we survive. Ooh, so close. I don't know how many Pokemon he has left, but we'll just Incinerate to keep our uses up. Alright, I figured that would outspeed. If anything, it's going to be a Mega Metagross. I think the easiest way to handle this is we're just going to Destiny Bond and just not think of it as a problem. It's just not an issue anymore. Because again, we don't care about keeping anything alive in this fight because we're going to heal up after anyways, and we're already max level, so. And then I think Tinkaton could probably handle. Oh, I thought he had one left. Alright, either way, problem solved. Got some good money back. Now we just have to worry about Ivy. And I'm trying to think back to this run. I think Ivy has Torterra as her starter. I'm thinking we probably go with the same strategy we used before, which I think was Gyarados? I don't know. I think it's been a couple days since I played this. Alright, Iron Thorns. We don't want to do that. I think maybe we go with Venusaur. I'm not sure if... Okay. Didn't know if we'd one-shot there. And a good note, since we're here, is you cannot catch Pokemon in this final biome unless you already have them. So if you hatch them from an egg, then you can catch them here. The same thing for Eternatus. Once you actually unlock Eternatus, which I believe is by getting all of the starters, you have to get 100%, then you can actually catch Eternatus at the end as well. So, I know if you get them down to like one shield or something like that, you can try to catch them. I don't know if Master Balls work. I have not checked. I don't have him unlocked yet to find out. So, information might be out there. Be worth checking. If I think about it, I will look it up to see after this. And, I'll drop that tidbit as an ending tip, I guess, but no guarantees if I can even find that information or not. So I am actually going to take this X defense here, just because I kind of want to stack a little bit of buffs going into Ivy to make the fight a little bit easier. Ooh, did not expect a discharge right there. Well, there goes my citrus berry that I had. Alright, we got one boost going. Alright, I just want to make sure. I knew that thing's kind of annoying to kill sometimes. I was really afraid I was going to get some stupid freeze on there and then be stuck with it. Alright, we did find another citrus berry to replace what we had. I kind of want to re-roll to hope I can get a Mega, but also Citrus Berry is going to be really helpful to help Gyarados going into this next fight. So half is going to be 325. I put some at almost full health. If we just do that, we could save a few thousand. Or actually, we could just buy a little baby potion. We don't want to die when we could have survived with like 5 health and then hate ourselves for it. Alright, so we'll Citrus Berry here, and we now hope for the best. Alright, so we know that Ivy is going to be the real boss fight here. If we can get through here, Eternatus isn't going to be an issue. Problem is, getting through here, this is going to be probably the hardest fight. So I think it had Thick Fat, if I remember right. I did go back and check some of my footage, but it was kind of hard to find the part of it. I have too much footage to go through, and I can't remember why I saved this file. So, the funny thing is, even though this is going to do double, it's going to be 130, it's still going to get halved because of Thick Fat, so it's still going to do just 65. So I think Crunch is probably the safer bet. I don't know if that's going to matter. I mean, we could probably set up a couple of Dragon Dances without too much concern, but I don't know if we can get the defense drop, maybe. Alright, so we should kill here then, theoretically. Okay, so we did get him out of the way, and we got a +2/+2 going on, so maybe we can outspeed and one-shot with Crunch. Alright. Oh, we did not one-shot, but he missed. I'll take it. If you survive with 1 health, you deserve a miss. Unless you're me. Alright, Rayquaza is going to be a problem. I don't know if we outspeed, maybe, but we definitely don't one-shot. No, we did barely anything. We did get a lucky freeze and a flinch, though. Man, this luck has been insane this run, considering I don't have any actual luck, but... Alright, I was hoping to get another flinch or something, but I guess we can't get too lucky, right? Alright, so I imagine he will probably switch out. On the off chance that he doesn't, we'll go for Fake Out. Okay, so we got the flinch, but he healed. I don't like that. Play rough, and... Oh, he's stuck in Outrage still. I probably didn't even need to Fake Out then. So, of course, she couldn't have switched out. I'm a little bit slow. Alright, I can't do a whole lot to that, but I know it can't do anything to Venusaur. So, probably gonna switch, so we'll get that free Leech Seed. And I think we could probably switch into Blastoise. That might force a switch, though, and I kind of want to keep Leech Seed on it. Do we sat the Gengar, maybe, and just go for a, if it doesn't die when it comes in, I could go for Destiny Bond. Just get this thing out of the way. I know Blastoise can one-shot it, but it's probably going to run away. And probably switch back into the little brown guy. But luckily, I mean, we didn't really take much, and it got hit with the recoil for that. So, switches into the thing I can't remember the name of. We want to go... Oh, okay. Did not switch. That was weird. I guess we just go for Word Sphere again, then? Why are you not? It's weird. Yeah, I figured she would have won into Sunfist to begin with. Alright, so we just go back into Venusaur. Heal off the paralysis. Go for another free Leech Seed. Nice. So this thing is probably going to charge, I think. We might be able to put it to sleep, and it does not have a Lumberry, which is great. So we might potentially be able to get off, if it stays asleep, a free Shell Smash here. I woke up, but it went for Temper Flare. Was a weird choice. But I think now we go for Avalanche. I'm not sure why it was going for Temper Flare. Alright, it's definitely still going to outspeed us. Like, this little turtle is not very fast, even with Shell Smash going on. But I mean, we could hope for the best. I was really hoping it would miss, but we know it probably can't do too much to Tinkaton unless it has V-Create. I can't remember if it did or not. I probably should have watched the whole fight from before. Okay. I still got the Paralysis now, though. So it probably doesn't have V-Create, right? Or it wouldn't have switched. I don't like being paralyzed, but we can just go back into Venusaur. This is annoying. All right, getting him seated is big. We're gonna go for oh, it went for Outrage. Nice. Okay, that's super good. All right, we got the Burn Citrus Berry at least. I guess we just kind of play the switching game here and hope we don't get perma paralyzed. Okay, she did go for Hurricane. I don't think it would have killed anyways, but it missed regardless. So, I mean, at this point, it's kind of just, I would say chess, but it's not even chess. I'm kind of just doing the same thing, and so is she. We kind of just keep repeating, and then he's basically dead now. Yeah, see, Hurricane didn't do anything to Tinkaton. And then here, we just switch back into Venusaur. Oh, I forgot Arcanine existed. Don't like that. If Venusaur goes down, it's fine. We're going to revive everybody after this anyways. We can get more experience for the other guys, so it's fine. I don't like you healing. All right, so we just got the Stun Fisk left. I think Tinkaton will be fine. If it dies, it's already max level, so I really don't care. And then we can go for Fake Out and just get the kill. All right, I don't like it, but good enough. And I'm so upset to see this Golden Punch now. Like, this late in the game, it really doesn't matter. It's not going to give me enough money in the next 4 levels to amount to anything. I wish I could have got that earlier. It would have been really great, but here we are. So we need to heal up. We can either revive these 3 and then kind of just heal everybody. I guess we'll just go for the max revives. It's going to cost us 36. We don't really care about anything that's on here. I think I'm just going to save my money, though, we'll do max revive here. Does anybody need more moves back? You're good. You're good. Leech Seed is a little low, but once we just need to land 1. So I think that'll be fine. Yeah, okay, so we don't really need any ethers or anything. We do want to grab a full heal. And then I guess we could take the free super potion. I'm kind of wondering maybe 50% of the money I do, or the damage, it might amount to something over the next couple of fights, just enough to get another reroll or something maybe. So I guess we'll take it. And I'm trying to think of who I want to lead against Eternatus. I guess Tinkaton actually, it can't do anything to me in its first phase. Yeah, but I'll probably just swap out the fight before I get to him. So I think for now we'll let Gyarados make us some money. Oh, guess not. Bad call, I guess. Alright, so we did grab a little X defense there just to kind of help us. I think Eternatus uses pretty much all special attacks anyways that are going to matter, but so this should be relatively easy. For the first phase, we're just going to switch into Tinkaton because he can't do anything to us unless they've updated it since I played last. We'll just go for an easy Fake Out first turn, and then Gigaton Hammer. He's going to keep buffing himself, but honestly, kind of just don't care. Our goal is not necessarily to do damage to him. And the next phase is just going to be to try to curse him and Leech Seed install. And we'll kind of just do a little covet, make him transform here. And so I did forget to transfer my items onto someone I didn't plan on using. So good thing to note is you want to do that. I did not, but I don't really have too much that I'm concerned about him stealing. Maybe this old dude's, but there's not a whole lot that he could get that's going to matter except for the leftovers. So I just maybe just won't use Gyarados immediately. And I'll just hold like maybe him and Skeledirge. The berries don't matter. So one thing is we do not want him to kill Gengar as soon as he comes in. So unfortunately we kind of have bad ones out here because we wanted Gengar to come out early, either him or Venusaur. So maybe we just go with Covet, try to get the steal off, and then Avalanche, and we'll just hope for the best. Alright, so Tinkaton's out of the picture now. So we're going to go ahead and let Gengar come out and do his thing. He's going to drop Curse, and we're just going to keep Avalanching. Alright, so the Curse is going to just take off a chunk of his health every turn. We just have to stall for a couple turns now, and we basically win. And so I'll go for a Dark Pulse, hoping we can outspeed maybe and get the flinch. I don't think we will. And of course, he went for Recover, but it's not going to matter in the long run unless he just keeps spamming it. Whoops. Alright, so Blastoise is gone. He's pretty much almost dead, but we're just going to do Venusaur and try to Leech Seed, just in case we need it. But yeah, just like that, he's gone. Too easy. Alright, so we beat the game on Classic Mode with a brand new account with just the starters that you get. No egg moves or anything. It's, you know, you get Endless Mode as soon as we unlock it, or as soon as we beat it. You unlock the mini black hole item, and then you're going to get a bunch of vouchers here for everything that you beat the game with. as well as for beating the game in general. So real quick, so we didn't use the Elite Four vouchers or anything, so we had all the vouchers we used before to get all those Pokemon unlocked, and then this is what we're gonna have at the end, is just a bunch of vouchers that we could just burn on eggs. And throughout the run, we managed to get a lot of different Pokemon unlocked, just from the eggs that we hatched, the ones that we caught along the way. We've gotten much better IVs on the Pokemon we used. So obviously your run is gonna look different. It's gonna be a little more random and stuff, and you're not going to get the same, you know, Pokemon and everything that I did, but you could pretty much do that. It's pretty easy to get things like Ghastly and stuff on your first try. And the items I got were really not that great. Like, I didn't find anything super duper amazing. I got a lot of luck on misses and stuff, but the game is sometimes pretty lenient about that. And I didn't even find the Mega Forms, and they still managed to put in work. Gengar did his job. Venusaur put in a lot of work throughout the run. So yeah, PokeRogue is just like any other game or anything else in life. You just have to keep trying. And eventually it'll work out. And if it doesn't, as long as you're having fun, just keep doing it anyways. You're learning, you're having a good time. You know, eventually it's going to work out, or you'll get bored with it and move on to something else. It's just life. But don't give up. If you want to win, it's not impossible. You just have to keep working at it. But if you guys are enjoying the content, make sure you like and subscribe. Drop a comment down below. Let me know if this was helpful at all. If you managed to get your first win, let me know what your team was, or what your favorite Pokemon, what carried you through. And if you guys would like to see a video that goes a little bit more details on the actual mechanics of the game, like maybe like pull rates and, you know, different things like how natures actually work and IVs and stuff like that, just let me know, and maybe I can do like a full mechanics guide. But anyways, I will catch you guys next time.